everybody. Welcome back to Paper Play Action. I am your host, Amani Brown. We are also back with Paul as well. And we have two other guests with us.
Hey, how's it going?
Devaughn, Aaron, state your claims. Say what's good.
Hello, what's up, everybody? It's Aaron again. Y'all were saw me a few podcasts ago.
And Devaughn?
I'm back again.
Sup? I'm here. I was called out, so I'm here. I'm ready to chill.
Devaughn, he came out.
I'm ready to feel. I'm ready to chill. It's gonna be a fun time.
We got him. We did call him out.
Yes, sir.
How's everyone doing?
Doing great. Loving life.
That's going to be interesting with four people, I think.
Exactly. We're going to try to give it a shot. See how well this works.
You know what? Devaughn and I are basically like a hive mind at this point, so it's fine, you know?
We're the same person. It's like 1,000 miles apart, but we're the same person.
You'll see it by their weeks. You'll really understand in a minute. They basically are the same person. Alright, so I guess we'll start off with both our guests. We'll start off with the newest one. Hey, Devaughn, what's good? How you been? How was your week, my friend? Since we're gonna kick right into it, or introduce the people to who you are really first, then tell us about your week.
Devaughn, I'll be chilling. I really don't be doing anything. I'll just be watching Netflix and stuff and watching anything. But mainly, I'll be playing balloons and like Valheim. I know y'all be talking about Valheim a lot, but I love that game too.
Explain balloons. Explain balloons real quick,
Devaughn.
You have to actually say that full one, yeah.
Okay, Balloons Tower Defense 6 is one of the best games of all time. And I suggest everybody should download it if they're not downloading it right now.
It's usually on sale every so often for sales. It's like on sale for like $1.50, you know, something like that. You know,
It's dumb.
10 out of 10.
If you get lucky.
Devaughn is our designated show person.
Oh, yes,
My guy usually
the vibe master, if you will.
Yes,
exactly.
I try to keep everything calm, everything cool, everything collected, everything good.
True. Once again, we're not going to be able to have Andre here today. We're not exactly sure what happened, but we're not going to dwell on it too much. We'll have him back most likely next week, so no worries. But we got two people this time, so it works out even better. With you, Devaughn, you have stated this is about you're done with your week, pretty much. That's you. All right.
I be vibing. I don't be working, so I be doing what I do.
Soon.
I did get my job back. It's still in process right now. I work at the airport. I work at the Shake Shack, but I'll be going back soon. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun.
For real. It's like that's always good to hear, for sure. All right, and we'll go to you first. Well, second.
Oh, wow, that's so bad, Amani. I'm so sorry, dude.
I'm so hyped for this next episode, bro. This episode this weekend's gonna be ridiculous, dog.
I gotta catch up still.
You need to, bro. You don't even understand. Like, I've read up to a certain part of the manga, but like I've stopped because honestly, at this point, I kind of just want to watch it. Anyways, my week has been pretty average working. Today I got called into a meeting. That meeting that I had to leave earlier today when we were on the call, Monty. I thought it was like a training thing. Turns out that they're making a new team for my work job, and I got recommended along with like a group of other people, so I'm getting passed to that team, which is new.
Damn.
Hey, congratulations! That's dope.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing yet. Like, honestly, congratulations, yeah, but I'm not sure because I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing yet. But I mean, I'm getting placed.
They recommended you, so I guess it's a good thing.
They recommended me and they chose us, so I'm like, okay, I'll take it. It's amazing. So I mean, it's not going to get much more difficult. The job that I have, I'm okay with it.
He does good.
But other than that, I've been working. Amani and a friend of mine, Javi, pulled me in, and a friend of mine, that was also from high school, pulled me in and finally said, "Hey, get Genshin Impact, download it, play it," and I played it finally.
We've assimilated another.
They've taken me into the culture
of Genshin.
He's beautiful. He's doing
It's actually fun. Okay, like, let me be honest. It is kind of like a gacha game, you want to spend some money sometimes. But like, it's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. I haven't spent any money. I've made like three pulls, and in both of the pulls that I've made, I've managed to piss off my entire friend group that plays that entire game. They pissed the entire group off. It was hilarious.
I would not get that lucky, and I have to spend like $1,000 to get that.
I suck at these games. That's why I don't play these type of games. That's why my luck is so booty cheeks, bro. And like, I was actually got something good. Finally got something good in the game.
2 5-stars back to back on different temples. I
got this spear that Amani goes, hey, is that spear? Is that a what spear is that? And I'm like, oh, it's the. And then I went to go check my character, and he's like, oh no, it's not. That's not the spear. I'm like, yeah, it's a 5-star. He's like, oh wait, it is. Oh my god! Like his reaction when I told him it was, he was so freaking mad.
What's this?
Rage. I felt it.
Just happened to be using it. I'm like, this is crap. This is crap.
Yeah,
bro.
and it's like apparently for his character that he uses. So I'm like, damn, that's rough, bro. That's rough.
My favorite character. I need that spear, and he just has it casually for no reason.
Carrying it around for no reason. But I've been playing that and Valheim still. We've been trying to breed wolves.
Yeah.
Logan
has the pin. He's just been making it good.
Devaughn,
we actually made a portal. We made a portal from the house to the.
Did you end up making the boar pen?
No, never got time to.
Yeah. But like, we've been playing that, and you know, I need to watch the episode of Snowpiercer that came out this week because I haven't watched it.
I should start that show. Is it really good?
Same.
It's pretty
you mentioned
good.
it last time, and I still need to jump on it.
Yeah, 2 episodes every Tuesday. You know, it comes out every Tuesday. We're like halfway through season 2 right now. You know.
Okay.
I gotta jump on Snowpiercer.
Yeah, but other than that, it's just been chilling, working, and doing adult stuff like fixing my internet twice this week. Because life sucks.
Yeah, apparently your internet just likes to jump out a window.
No, it should be good now because it was like something happened and like it was a whole bullshit order. Like it was a lot. It was pain. It was a lot of pain. But I got my stuff working. And now
we'll see.
Now it's good. It's fine. It's actually like running fast. I think they felt that in my fucking speed.
That's the best part.
Sadness.
You get the proper speed. I know. All right, Paul. It's your turn, man.
Paul, my homie.
Right, let me set down my controller. So my week has been an interesting one. So first off, of course, I don't know what it is. Because of Hellpoint, I ended up buying all 3 Dark Souls on the PC, and I saw Dark Souls 2, and something called me back. And I was like, I'm going to give it another shot. And now that I learned that, if you unlock the iframes in the game, you have to get your attunement up to 6 and your ADP up to 38. You basically have like the same amount of iframes as Dark Souls 1, so it just becomes Dark Souls. And honestly, I have like this huge appreciation and love for this game that a lot of people seem to not have, and that I certainly didn't have in my first playthrough. I hated this game. I thought this was the worst game I've ever played. But now, I'm really enjoying it.
Paul, the first Souls game I ever played was Souls 2. So
see that game, you got to understand, again, it sucks so bad when you don't have the invincibility frames when you roll, but once you unlock them, like the game actually opens up, and
I just didn't know that the first time I played Dark Souls.
Right? And that's the thing.
I didn't know you can unlock invincibility frames because I didn't know that was a thing in the game. So I just thought it was just impossible.
I thought it was just dumb.
Yeah, to specifically lock some of that stuff away. Which is why people are like, it's not great.
But I'm glad you're enjoying it.
But dude,
like those games, like the only one I played is Bloodborne, and like I enjoyed it.
Bloodborne good.
Bloodborne is a masterpiece, alright. But I will say this: after figuring out how this game works, getting those iframes back, and really immersing myself in this, there's some things I don't like. There's a lot more I do like, and I gotta be honest, for what a Dark Souls 2 was supposed to offer, I think this game nailed on it. Like, it's a harder game, sometimes for good, sometimes for bad, but it definitely delivered on that, and they did a great job. And it kind of goes unnoticed because people are like, there's no iframes. You just gotta get stats right.
Oh, that's not the only reason why people are like.
Oh, I know. No, there's a lot of like video game difficulty, or like when you go to heal now, it's not instant, it's gradual, and your guy stops moving for too long. You're just screaming like, "Fuck!"
You're running for your life, and your guy stops to take a nice little swig of his potion.
Yeah, it's like,
and that's how you die.
And you're just getting destroyed. So it's really all timing.
There's also the deal of like. The deal is like every time you hollow out in particular game, you like lose like
your
crap ton of health. Yeah,
and
it's
there's a ring that like negates a lot of that, but it still kind of sucks. But honest to God, dude, like I don't know. It's again, it is little things like that make the game harder, right? Video game harder, but also it delivers on what Dark Souls 2 was supposed to be, which was a harder version of Dark Souls 1. It was a step up in a lot of things. It introduced a lot of what was to come with Dark Souls 3, with all the DLCs. and with Bloodborne, right? So I don't know. I just have a deep appreciation for it. Playing through it again, I love it. So the second
Also,
thing
I think the
is,
other.
what's up?
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the other thing being is that apparently Dark Souls 2 is not really that memorable, except for the DLCs. The DLCs for Dark Souls 2 are like immaculate.
Right.
Looking the best stuff in the series.
I've seen a lot of videos of Dark Souls 2, and it looks beautiful. Like the actual design for villains and like things that you fight, and like design for characters. It's like, oh yeah, it looks cool as fuck.
A lot of really cool stuff
Artistically,
comes in
it
those
looks
DLCs
awesome.
though.
Just amazing.
Truly, I'll be honest. The only thing I really remember is Majula, and the rest of it is beautiful, and I'm running through it. But it's also like I forget it, and I'm wondering if this may be me, over reading it as a film guy and shit. But I'm wondering if maybe somehow this game is supposed to be like that. It's beautiful but forgotten, because it's like, like the story is essentially like Dark Souls 1 world is essentially could be buried under Drangleic or just in a different section of the world, and everyone's forgetting. So of course you're gonna only remember Majula, but I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too far into it. But
but like the DLCs definitely has like some of the coolest.
Oh yeah. Except without the iframes fighting those two tigers, I'd rather kill myself.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't make a joke like that, but my God,
especially if you
iframes
don't
on
do
two
it right.
giant
Some people
tigers.
try to fight them while they're invisible.
Oh, Aaron, be glad you didn't, bro. I was fighting it with a friend.
Dark Souls 2, man.
Oh, dude.
I was fighting it with a friend. It took us 10 tries, and each time, I started screaming louder and louder. It was bad.
The other thing is, you could totally, screw yourself over with that fight, because, you're supposed to find an object before you actually fight it that lets you see them. Else they're just invisible. They are just invisible. You're supposed to find that. And you could totally run into a boss fight without that item and just have to deal with that.
That's it, yeah. The tigers, yeah. If you go in and you just get an invisible tiger and you're just like, what in God's name is this?
Why game developer, why?
What are you?
That game is just torture.
God, I'm
Yeah.
on. You gotta
Psychological torture.
to quiet out tonight, I apologize.
You're just sitting there like, what am I supposed to do? But go ahead, Paul.
It's this wall of mass. But what I was gonna say with Dark Souls and how I play these now is it shows I guess maturity in myself, because when I used to play these, I would just scream and because I'm dying and stuff. Now it's like
breaks controller in half.
Dude, deadass. Dark Souls 3, I twisted my controller in half.
Yeah,
really? Wow.
I played it on an Xbox 360 controller, Dark Souls 2, and I never get mad at games. It takes a special kind of game, For Honor.
I'm glad you retired. I'm glad you retired from that.
It's
healthy for you.
To bring out that kind of anger. It's very few games can do that. And Dark Souls 2, I was holding the 360 controllers. They were thick, bro. They were
they're thick boys.
I could hear the plastic creaking, and I'm like, oh, I need to chill. I need to stop. I don't want to break a controller.
But
I can't do that. Man,
I've been playing these games since
$60
2011 now, and you know what I mean? I just, as a person, I've grown through so much. Now, I don't really get mad. Even earlier in this one boss fight in this, that's a little bit unfair, right? And I'm sitting there oh, this is unfair. Then I stopped and I was like, wait. Let's respond to this. What's going on? Okay, so there's gonna be 3 gargoyles. I know that. I just gotta keep them in my view or in my line of sight. And so it playing these games now as I'm matured as a person, it just I know not to get mad. I know it's a challenge. I know I'm gonna die. I just have to celebrate those victories.
Video game,
Exactly. And celebrate the victories. Keep going. And then the other thing, I'm gonna roll with Dark Souls. I'm gonna try to stop cussing. I realize I've been doing a lot, but what I wrote.
Stop cursing.
Stop cursing. Yeah, but Mamani, I sent this in our chat with you, me, and Pele, but I put I get Dark Souls now, and I really truly believe this. It's the first game works as a giant allegory for depression. You're kind of wandering aimless in this darker feeling and land, and you don't really know what's going on, and all that, and then you get to the end and you fight the essential depression and kindle the flame. Right? It's the hope that's coming. And then you get to Dark Souls 2, and it's, where is it? The second game's about being lost with that knowledge of depression, but pushing on to the depths and making it out, right? That's where you're healing. You don't quite remember things, you don't quite know things, but you're just going through it. Then you get to the third game, and it's about the remnants of it all built up to that final push before you hit freedom, right? And that's where you rekindle the flame and save everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man, just having that knowledge, just all these things. I think Dark Souls was a very integral part in me learning to control my anger. And that's a very, very humbling thing. It's amazing that a video game did that. But moving on with my week, I've been going a little too long with Dark Souls. I started rewatching Samurai Champloo. I got the Blu-ray right here now.
Nice.
Hey.
That's a
Freaking
good
love
show. I
Samurai
haven't
Champloo.
watched it in so long, and I
need to watch it again.
rewatched Bebop and Space Dandy, and I was like, you know what, I need to watch Champloo. And I started again, and I was like, wow, this is really good. So shout out to my boy Nick Thomas, who explained to me, hey, do you remember this? I was like, yeah, I didn't like it that much. And he showed me the scene where Jin is saving the one chick to counting stars by what's his name, Nujabes, and yeah, I was hooked. And,
Gotta definitely say, highly recommended from like 3 out of 4 people here. Because Devaughn, I don't think you ever watched it, right?
No.
Yep.
Devaughn,
See,
have
that's
you ever
why.
watched Cowboy Bebop either?
I'm not.
I don't think that
Both.
Devaughn, you haven't seen Cowboy Bebop either, right?
Nope.
Oh my
You gotta
god!
show him that.
Yeah, those movies we have to show. We've slowly been showing Devaughn like more and more.
I did
Yeah.
anime culture and like gaming
Bro, like
culture. I didn't
Jujutsu
really get
Kaisen,
into that
I
till I was
still
like
gotta watch that.
15
That
or
was so
16.
cool, dude. When when y'all were watching that
I grew up
episode,
with
and I
two
just saw
parents that were fucking nerds, and
Yeah. the flower
taught me
beat.
that.
I was like, whoa.
But we'll definitely show him both of those. But you, for the audience, definitely if you haven't watched Samurai Champloo, go watch that. You're doing yourself a disservice if you haven't. And as far as Cowboy Bebop goes, that's a classic. If you don't know about it, just go watch it because it's good.
I would argue that's a
I
watch.
played the tank intro, Paul, in Northwest when I was in the jazz band. We did it one year.
Hey,
It was fucking.
Oh, that's awesome.
Beautiful.
That's awesome. I wish I could have been
Good
there for
days.
that.
It was delicious.
But I would say for anybody that is trying to get into anime and you're like, I don't know, I don't like Japanese anime culture.
Weeb
Some
stuff.
Yeah, go watch Samurai Champloo or go watch especially Cowboy Bebop. That one's just like a Hollywood movie. Each episode
Yeah.
is so good.
Yeah.
it's dope.
Or like
It's good.
Akira, also.
Akira's a
Akira
good
works.
movie.
God,
It's-
Akira's
I
good.
can definitely see people being like, "What?"
Yeah,
With
I
I read
movie.
the actual manga.
But it's
It's
a really
a
good
weird
movie.
It is a weird movie. It is
Just walk away like, "What did I just?"
Have y'all read the Akira manga though? Oh my god.
I haven't read
not.
the manga, man.
It's,
should, though.
it's even better than the movie, dude. It's so
Alright,
good.
I'll have to check it out. I definitely have to.
But
check it out.
last thing for my week, I'll go ahead and wrap it up, is just, I always have like these self-discoveries and things, especially lately. I don't know what it is. It's like every fucking, it's already been said. It's every week now, like, I find more and more things happening, and like this week, man, I hit like, oddly, my lowest possible point that I think I've ever hit in my life, but then I was like outside doing yard work, and I ended up pushing through it and doing like lifting logs and moving heavy logs and stuff for like an hour, and I was like, I'll do an hour of this and stop. I went for 3.5 hours. I went beyond the point of exhaustion to where I was in like a runner's high. I didn't feel anything, just moving. And I remember like I set down the stuff in the end. I looked up and saw the stars, and I was just like, I want to live. And then I went inside, ate some food, and crashed. I slept 12 hours.
And then he
I
passed
guess
out.
the moral of that story is just, dude,
Goodness,
don't hold
yeah,
that stuff in. Get it out. If you got to go do some yard work, oh yeah, I'm good now, man. That was a sobering moment. And then the next night, which was last night, I went to work.
I love your descriptions.
It was, bro. Like, and then listen to this. Like last night, I went to work and some stuff happened, and I drove home. And I don't know what it was. I guess it was from all the stuff from doing that 3 hours of work. I had a ball of my eyes out. I mean, like, not just like, hoo-hoo, like, I was like, like a baby. And I ended up, like, hacking up fluid and shooting snot out. And, you know what I mean? I was a mess. But then when I got through all of that, I just breathed and was like...
Those are the good ones, man. You let out a lot of
Yeah.
emotion.
Yeah.
I like all of this stuff, dude. All of this stuff I've been holding on to my whole life. Just boom, it was gone, and I feel very free and empty. So I don't know. I like bringing this money. I think this is a good platform for this. Is bringing just a little bit of nice little mental health stuff here. So
yeah.
if anybody's going through some stuff, please, if you can't get out there, get some therapy, dude. Go outside, do some yard work, do something physical, and start pushing yourself to your limits, and then beyond them. Not to hurt yourself, obviously, but push yourself to your limits and wait until you hit that point where you stop and you can just breathe. Your thoughts are empty and you can look up at the sky and be like, damn,
Hopefully
I
stop
do want to
before you
live.
pass out, though.
Yeah, I got close.
Don't pass out.
Whatever
I
you do,
got
don't
I got
pass
pretty darn close by the end there. But yeah, there you go. That's my week.
All right.
On to Master
All right.
Amani.
All right. So mine is a lot of repeats, but like a couple new things I gotta throw in there. So for me, I guess I'll start off with a discovery of an old game that I probably told Paul and Andre and Aaron and probably Devaughn to shit about beforehand. But I got back into Slay the Spire. I've been on like a card game trip.
Maybe talking about that earlier this
Yes.
week. Yeah.
So here's the deal. Found out that it came out on the phone recently, about a month ago, and was like, oh wow, that's crazy. I'm not gonna stop playing this game now.
It's over.
You can literally play this anywhere now. So it's like, oh wow. And honestly, it's kind of perfect for phones. I'm not even gonna front. It's like the perfect game for a phone. I highly recommend it. It's a roguelike that involves it's an RPG and a roguelike, but it has a card game system that like allows you to battle it out with other enemies in this kind of roguelike atmosphere. Like I said, like you go as far as you can and you die and you start over, but you get more stuff. I also found out that they added a whole nother character I just wasn't aware of, because when I played the game they only had 3, and I went back in and I'm like, there's a new character and there's a bunch of new cards that just do a bunch of things I don't know about. It's time to get back in. So now it's just on my phone. I like play it when I'm at work if I'm not like doing anything, like if I'm not reading.
That's probably not something you should say on.
Oh no, it's fine, because like the deal
When
is
your boss finds out.
my boss,
Very good,
they're just gonna be like, are you playing phone
overview.
games? And it's like, yes, there's nothing to do right now. And it's like, oh.
Respect.
Well,
You were
Would
honest.
you like to get fired?
there's their boss.
Shut up.
I hate you, all of you. Okay, so we're back in, right?
We had to wrangle Devon's PC. It went Skynet
It
on
really
us.
did, Jesus.
And,
Refused to cooperate.
But
you got me out of Dark Souls.
hey,
for
but
that,
we're
man.
good now. We're good to record.
It's
We're all
alright.
happy. We're all good.
Yeah.
We're all back.
I don't have to
Well,
factory reset my
it's
PC now.
I would be so upset.
Yes.
But, okay. So, I think it was in the middle of my week.
Close your stream.
Yeah, so Slay the Spire was the deal. Slay the Spire is dope. It's now on phones. If you ever wanted to have a card game you can just play whenever, go get it. It's like $10. Go support them. Good indie game. It's really fun. I'll probably be
What
showing it
platform
off.
is it on? Oh, it's literally on everything. It's
Technically,
on
it is on it.
glitchy.
It honestly is on everything, but it recently came to phone. That's the deal. So, like, I think you can find it. It's on Switch. I know it's on PlayStation. It's probably on X. It is on Xbox. I can confirm that. It's on PC. That's where I originally had it. And then I was like, oh, it's on phones? And it's got another character? And new cards? Give me that.
Give me that.
Give me that. I'll take that.
Give me that shit.
Give me. Smack that out of the fucking.
Exactly. But yeah, I recently heard about that. I'm like, oh, okay, bet. So go support them. Bet.
Monty said, "Oh well, there goes all of that free time that I
Man.
normally have. When I'm not doing
Yeah,
anything.
exactly.
Bonnie,
What's this?
I've heard you excited before, but not enough to say.
Oh, no. You gotta catch me at the right times. I'll definitely be hitting bets multiple times. I'm like, bet.
You get a Monty excited about a subject. Bet.
Just talk
Like,
about
just-
Spider-Man. He'd be like, blah, 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 blah.
Bro, even with the Spider-Man, I just never heard that. It's crazy.
It's gotta be a confirmation on how good it is. But yeah. The next thing I was playing is, I wasn't playing this actually. I was reading more Kill 6 Billion Demons. I'm now on volume 2.
Oh, I have almost finished volume 1.
Okay. I will not spoil anything,
Almost done with it.
but I will say
Please don't.
the art in part 2 looks real clean. Like, we get to see how angels look a little bit more outside of their bodies.
I'm looking forward to that.
It looks-
I'm looking forward to that. I love like from the artwork that I've seen online, which I stopped looking at because I was like, oh, that's a lot of spoilers. I don't want to continue. I was like, oh, this looks insane.
And I
It
will
looks
say we get to
amazing.
see how White Chain looks, and White Chain looked kind of clean. I saw it and I was like, I literally saw the panel and was like, oh my freaking god, this art!
Sick.
This art is so good. But it's dope. I like where the story's headed. I'm not gonna, specifically because you're still on volume 1, I'm not gonna say anymore. But by all means, like we said last time, go read Kill 6 Billion Demons. It's good. It's also a webcomic, which I didn't know. I always figured it was just a comic itself, like it was being printed by I believe it's Image.
Oh, it's just a.
But it is
webcomic.
it's being printed by Image as a collection. But it's actually already a webcomic, so you guys could probably just find it online if you wanted to, and then pay the money if you want to get like some real good art in your hands, like a nice comic book, nice full trade paperback.
There is something nice about holding it, you know.
Yeah. Exactly. There's something real nice about just holding.
As much as I love reading on my phone sometimes. Like, I really do enjoy reading a book.
Yeah.
Nothing beats the feeling sometimes.
I agree.
Gotta hit the crispness. Another thing I was reading is I'm continuing Chainsaw Man because I took a small break. Chainsaw Man is getting really good. Oh, and I'm gonna do a thing real quick. So Leon, I'm calling you out. Calling you out because I know you listen. So listen here, buddy. You suck. We had a conversation. You didn't tell me she was the bomb. You didn't tell me she was the bomb. That might sound like a spoiler, but don't worry. There's no names being mentioned. You didn't tell me she was the bomb.
She's the bomb. You warned the guy.
No, because we had a conversation. Like, I met a character while reading it, and it was like, oh, okay, this character's probably, like, gonna die or some shit, or, like, something else. I was like, this is probably the guess. And he was just like, alright. And I could feel the smug little grin.
Oh, fucking the Leon. Oh, my God.
I could feel the smug
I know
grin.
exactly what you mean.
And I was like...
smugness that he, like, irradiates when he knows. Oh, you just want to knock him out, bro.
I could feel the smugness. So I got to a certain point and was like, you didn't tell me. You didn't say.
You did not mention
You didn't mention this? You suck. It's like, but, next up for me, I guess I'll mention two things, because, yeah, one is I've been reading My Hero, obviously. I've always been reading My Hero on and off. I have to mention this, but I won't spoil anything, because I know there are people that just don't know anything, so it's fine.
Please,
try not to spoil
please
things.
don't.
I won't. But what I will say is this. So, apparently, for those of you that have been reading My Hero, we are actually at a point that if you've been reading it weekly, you would know this. If you haven't, it's time to catch up if you've been reading. We're at the final act. Like, just
seriously?
straight up. Yeah, like, literally the manga was like, hey, yo, we're at the end game now. And I was like,
You know what's crazy? My little sister told me about this earlier. I was yeah. I was like,
I forgot your sister's like
yeah.
anime.
Yeah, they
Like,
go to the
destroyer
anime.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yes,
I was like, huh, I did not know that. You actually told me news.
Yeah, I got to it. It was just like, yo, we're at the final act, and I was like, oh my god, My Hero, no. Well, I should say
Is he
this.
the
I should
next hero?
preface this. My Hero Academia is in its final act. There is obvious.
Yeah. So that's
So we don't know.
They're definitely gonna continue.
Yeah, we don't have any
Oh, no.
confirmations that like it's gonna continue after this. But from what I understand, a lot of people have the idea that it's gonna hit the Academia part and be like, okay, Academia's done. It's just like My Hero.
They're
or whatever.
heroes
I'm the
now.
hero.
Or they are
My-
heroes now.
My
They're
hero.
Exactly. It's like, which, if that's the case, I look forward to that. But as far as
That
I
would be
know
interesting.
right now, I'm like, oh, we're in the end game.
That's actually scary as hell. I need to catch up, dude. Oh no, I need to catch
I was like,
up.
we're in the end game now, and I'm like,
No.
oh. Dude, all I have to say is this, man.
So far behind.
They do a parallel shot from the first, like, chapter/episode. They do a parallel shot. My boy Deku looks so sad, bro. The life is gone from his eyes, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. Like, they do the same line. Like, it's literally like, oh look, like in the beginning, Deku starts off and he's like, oh look, it's a giant hero, it's a giant villain, and he's like gets excited and everything like that because he's like, I'm gonna see some heroes do some stuff. We get like a shot of Deku just kind of looking out and being like, oh look, it's a giant villain, and he's just sad, and I'm like, oh, my chest. My boy.
My heart. My soul.
He's like, he's just not the same anymore. He's forever changed. He was like, that one hit me. I was like, oh no.
Where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you?
I'm so sorry.
But the other thing is, I will recommend this though, because I can't actually recommend My Hero only because of the fact that like everyone knows about it.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, it do be pretty
it
mainstream.
do be pretty
now,
mainstream.
you
Like,
know?
if you haven't, like, I don't think I'm gonna change your mind on My Hero if you didn't want to check it out. The dozens upon hundreds of other
I wonder
times
who
you've
actually
seen
hates it. Who's a hater?
I mean,
There's some
dude,
people.
there's people that
Haters.
don't like it, you know.
But I can recommend
Yeah.
Vigilantes, which not a lot of people are reading, which are specifically a My Hero spinoff, not following the same cast, and it's a prequel. But it involves a group of vigilantes before they actually, like a little bit before they actually really got the hero establishment down. So like there were schools and stuff like that, but like they weren't as prominent as they are now. And All Might is on his way up. Yeah. And the deal is it follows a hero known as the Crawler, who I gotta say, it's a pretty cool power. It's pretty interesting. He's got something called Sliding Glide, which lets him low-key... First of all, I gotta say this. My hero, like, the creator of my hero is so fascinating. Horikoshi? I believe it's Horikoshi, right? Horikoshi is so fascinated with Spider-Man, it's not even funny. The Crawler is low-key just Spider-Man, but it's just his crawling power, and it's the ability that he could just glide around. Like, it literally allows him to, like, slide and move around in places.
I see why you love him. You love Spider-Man.
The first pages of my
well, yeah, but he's cool. Like, Spider-Man, because that's the thing.
I mean, I'm gonna be real, with the name The Crawler, when you said that, I'm like, it's gotta be
It's like Spider-Man. But his powers are interesting, because they're misunderstood.
Damn.
That's the best way to describe it. It's like, there's... more that's also in its end game, but like it's a lot for you to. It's a decent amount for like if you wanted to go check this out, you have plenty to read. But like the way that one works is like his power is very much like misunderstood. So you're like, oh, it's just sliding and gliding, and then you find out more about his power, and it's like, oh, it's this, and it's like, no, it's this, and it's not a matter of like it's never a situation in which it's like, okay, like his power just keeps getting better and better. It's like, no, that makes sense. Because that explains why he was able to do this one time. He just never understood it.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's just people are like, "Oh, that's how that works."
It just happens like a couple times where it's just like, "Wait, so it's like this?" It's like, it's more like this. And it's like, "Oh, I get it. That's why." Okay, it's like because he could do some cool.
I will
things.
give like, if anything, people that don't like my hero because of certain reasons, but you can't really take away from the fact that like. The way that they do their powers and abilities is really unique and very fun.
It's really cool.
Like I kind of really like.
You get one ability and then
kind of love it.
This is unique enough. This is so unique enough that you're like, yeah, it makes sense. You really think about it and you're like, yeah.
And they never really break that rule with anybody.
The human body would kind of adapt somehow. That's how it would work, really. It's a little exaggerated, but
it's great.
It's an anime.
It's an anime with good art, man.
It's not meant to be like 100% realistic.
But that one's a cool one. It follows it has like this kind of ensemble cast of different characters. One of them, Aaron, I think you would love because he's basically Batman. He's my hero's Batman. It's called Knuckle Duster.
Bro, from Vigilantes, that guy. I love
him. That man has no powers and just be boxing people. Like, we're full on super strength and stuff, and he's like, run it, I'll fight you right here.
He's an angry, like, 50-year-old dude running around drinking and beating.
He's like a combination of Wolverine mixed with Batman, just because of how angry he is. Except he doesn't have the healing, he's just normal, but he's just good at it. He's just like, oh man, he's like, yo, I got these fists, and that's all I need, bro, that's all I need to take you around. He loves throwing hands with super powered people, and I'm like, that's
do you read
cool.
My Hero Vigilantes as well?
Yeah, so that's why I was recommending it, because I can't recommend My Hero because I'm not going to be able to sell you on it, but I can recommend you Vigilantes, because Vigilantes is probably something you haven't read.
I did, yeah.
It's fine.
I don't know if you could
tell. Last thing for my week before we actually get to the news is I played the new Risk of Rain 2 update.
We've been meaning to play that, bro. What's on
Dude, they added a new character and a new map. I didn't even know they added a new character. I knew the update was coming. Yeah, it's the Bandit. He's really fun. He's honestly really fun. His entire mechanic is he has this loop that you could do with him, where it's like he has a shotgun / rifle, so like you can switch between the two. It could be a rifle or a shotgun. Devaughn was watching me play.
Oh yes, it's fun. It's boom, bow, bow.
We should. What do you have to do to unlock him?
Nothing. He actually just comes out.
Oh, he's
he's just there.
Oh, brother, we need to hop on. I want to try it out.
He
It's been a while since we played.
He has a melee attack that could also be a throwing dagger, depending on which one you choose, and it causes bleed. So he just has a random melee that he could just do. He has his movement, like his special like utility one, is he goes invisible, but he can move faster while invisible. Like so, he throws a smoke bomb down.
Symmetra.
He disappears.
I mean, not Symmetra, freaking,
Oh, Sombra, yeah, he's Sombra.
I'm actually gonna shoot myself.
It's Sombra.
Sombra. How could I?
Not the Hispanic baby. With the submachine gun and the hacking, no.
Actually, no, Reyes is actually Hispanic, never mind.
Is it, but, oh, and he has, the other thing he has is a revolver. And this is the fun part of it. So he has a revolver that he pulls out, and he blasts somebody with. But if you kill somebody with the revolver, it resets all your cooldowns. So you can just do it again. You can do everything I just mentioned again.
Do you say if you headshot somebody or just if you kill
somebody? If you kill someone, which is not hard, because the revolver does like 600% damage.
Jesus.
Jeez. So you just gotta go for like a small enemy, bang, bang,
Yeah.
bang, weaken it up.
You just clap one enemy with that revolver, all your cooldowns reset. So that's why he has like this cool little loop about him where it's like you're like shooting and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, all my cooldowns are down. Pop! Alright, got him back. We're back in action. Oh, and he reloads.
Is that revolver like his secondary?
Mm-hmm. It's like a secondary that he has. It's one of his abilities.
Is there like perks that will level up your secondary?
There's definitely.
Dude,
I think
honestly,
it's crit. I think if you get a lot of crit.
With the perk upgrades in that game, you could obliterate people with a setup like that.
If you get a lot
you
of
just
crit.
have like instant cooldown on your abilities.
Oh yeah, that's true. If you get the right stuff, yeah. Oh, that'd be
If you
wild.
get the right perks going, you could honestly have like an infinite loop of just constant abilities.
I'll never run out.
That's terrifying.
Constantly throwing
that
knives.
sounds really fun.
He is fun though.
Terrifying for the enemies.
You gotta give him a shot. They also added a couple new abilities to some of the other characters as well, and they went back and messed around with some of their costumes. So, for instance, like Huntress, you know how her secondary costume was all like, it was just white version of her.
Yeah.
It is now a winter version where she has a hoodie instead, like the big fur hoodie
Nice.
that's just chilling instead of her
Parka?
scarf. Yeah, she got a parka, and it's like it looks nice. It's like, oh yeah, we got a Huntress in a parka. It looks
I need
nice.
to download this update because we need to play that this weekend, honestly.
Absolutely,
Come on.
Devaughn, we gotta get you in there too.
Devaughn, do you have that game?
Nope,
do you have
it's
the
never
spray
bought
too?
it. I wasn't busy. Every time I'm out to buy that game, I always get stuck in another game. Cause I'm not gonna buy that game now. Like the other time I was playing Minecraft, but now I'm playing Valheim. But I'm gonna take a break on that, so I might actually buy Biscarine. It seemed type fun. I was watching them on the player. It was pretty legit.
It's fun.
It's really fun because it's just, hey, keep going. Because you can essentially just keep going forever if you really want to.
Mm-hmm. You can go
Until
until
you
you die, or you can actually go and like finish the game.
Or you can just escape or like leave and do certain missions.
They have a whole
It's
boss
fun to
fight.
just. Remember that one time that we just messed around for like a solid 45 minutes and we're like, oh wait, we should probably beat this thing soon because we've been in here for like a while.
He's gonna kill us.
He's getting stronger.
Every time we
And then we went
when
we went to fight him, he was so ridiculously powerful. It was actually
He
insane.
was just messing around for too long. It was like, whoop.
Yeah, because we were just running around shooting stuff, and like the game is really easy to just get lost and like just running around, you know, like haha. It's kind of like, it's almost like Rock and Stone Devaughn in terms of like how every mission is like, you know, it's like yeah, you kind of just go and do it, and it's a lot of the similar thing that you have to do, but it's very different because it's like, oh, you might get attacked by this monster or these kinds, you don't know.
And then there's artifacts that allow you to like mess around with it as well.
Yeah.
So you can change up stuff. So there's like one that I love that some people are like, please no, but I love this one because I'm a huge fan of rival fights. What it does is it's like every 10 minutes we'll just spawn an exact copy of you to go fight. And then if you're playing that with 4 people, they just spawn like 4 copies of everyone.
Yeah,
they spawn a
4
copy
copies,
of
one
everyone.
of each of you, and they just go out there and start shooting.
He's like, rival team, go fight them. He was like, oh yeah, bet.
Yeah, rival team, it's just you, and you run up, and it's terrifying sometimes because you'll say that, and you'll be separated, and you'll get run up on by 2 of your teammates, and you won't realize it at first because you're like, why are their names look? Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh.
I love that.
And you'll just be getting attacked, and you're like, oh Jesus Christ! And the machine has no mercy.
Yeah, you very quickly realize how busted your characters are when you have to fight them.
You realize how strong you are when you're just like, like I remember one time I did a build where it was just pure speed, like pure 100% speed, and I just watched this dude just zoom, and just run at me like the Flash, bro. I was so terrifying. I'm like, is that how I move? Is that it? Oh my god!
Is that how it looks to enemies? Jesus!
It was just terrifying.
Is that what I'm doing to
It came
people?
out of nowhere, and I was like, oh my god.
There's some that makes it even sadder too, because you could screw yourself over in some instance, but it's hilarious because you can get the teddy bear, like you can get a build going where it's just like, yeah, I just don't take most damage. I just don't take most damage.
Oh god, yeah, that thing is, it's so painful.
And then you fight yourself, and it's like, why am I not taking damage? He's
Oh
like,
yeah,
alright,
I
I did this.
maxed myself
I
out.
did this to myself.
Oh, that's right.
It just becomes a situation where it's like, alright, we're just gonna have to escape with myself being a problem in the process.
Yeah, you have to either escape or it becomes like a battle of attrition, essentially.
Whoever gets the most hits
of
on
like,
the other.
can like somebody hold off that version of you, kill everybody else, and then once your friends all get there and start shooting it, then like so much damage gets stacked on that it's like, okay, stuff starts pouring through. But like sometimes if you do, especially like what Amani's talking about, if you do with the teddy bear, bro, you'll be sitting there wailing at yourself for like 5 minutes, and you'll be like, why did I only do like 2,000 damage? I have like 25,000 health. Why?
Why did I do this?
Why?
Why did I do this to myself? But it's dope.
Or the worst time is when you get clapped by yourself. That's always.
Oh yeah, it makes you sad because you're like, wow, I was really this bad. Like this is what I was doing to people. I feel bad. It makes you feel guilty for being overpowered. It's like, I regret everything I just did here.
It is a really cool equalizer thing because there's occasions where you'll be like, oh nope, run, we gotta leave. We're not doing this fight right now.
It's like we're all too strong. It's just not worth it.
It's not. I'd rather fight another boss. I'm not doing this.
But we'll pop into the news now, and
let's get right into the news.
First up, Rainbow Six Siege has an RE skin. Like they're adding RE skins. I believe it's Zofia.
Yes,
Does anyone do you play Zofia in
Hobby plays Zofia.
Okay.
I've played Zofia. It's Zofia.
Zofia. It's actually Zofia. Okay.
Yeah.
She has Jill skin.
Sorry to correct you on your pronunciation, man. I'm just messing with you.
Plays too much Siege.
Yeah, she has it's a pretty cool song. I'm gonna look it up right now so that I can actually.
My guy has 1,000 hours.
Saw it, like, on Twitter.
It's a dope skin of Jill. It's a Jill skin. It looks super cool. For you two, I'll send it in Discord so you guys can see.
That'd be nice.
See the YouTube again. 'Cause you sent me the link and it was really cool.
I looked at it immediately and was like, yes, I low-key want to play Siege just for this skin.
Hey, it's that good?
Yeah, Zofia Elite set. Jill
Well,
Valentine.
no, I love
Let's go.
RE.
So she
I'm
gets
a huge RE nerd.
she gets this really cool beret. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
You gotta get the beret.
She's got the cool shoulder armor. She's got the cop set up. You know, everything. She's got the gun. She gets a skin. Yo, you get a chibi too? Dang it, no, my collection, no! It's become so much more. I got really lucky when I played this game. I don't know why, but my rolls in this game were great, and I would always get chibis for stuff, like for almost all of them. I have almost every single character chibi, except for the ones you have to pay for, because I'm not going to pay for every single elite skin.
That makes sense.
I don't have that kind of money.
That's fair.
I wish I did. I don't. Except some of them aren't. Some of them I don't think are that cool. I'm gonna be honest.
I gotta be honest, man. Maybe this is sacrilege, but I don't like berets.
I feel you. Look, let me be honest with you.
Depends
Berets
on it.
look cool.
Depends on who.
Paul. Berets look cool. I wore a beret once because I wanted to try one, and I wore a friend's.
It takes a
and they suck, dude.
specific
They
person.
suck. Actual berets. Actual berets that fit on your head, like they squeeze your scalp.
Aaron, did we see you in said beret?
No way.
Did we ever see you in said beret? Nice.
No, it was like at a friend's house.
Because I'm thinking about.
He had
I'm
one.
thinking about you with a beret, and you look like a dictator.
What you've seen me in maybe is one time I was at Disney.
No, I'm thinking about it right now.
With some friends, and I had like the red hat that like Aladdin wears. Like that hat. I don't know what that hat is called.
Oh, a fez.
It's
Fez.
It was one of those.
It's Fez.
Dude, that was. Oh my god, that was so long ago, man. Oh.
I'm
That was
thinking
back in
about it.
my sophomore year of high school. We went to Disney because we did a marching band. We had a march. God. We marched in Epcot, like in the middle of the day. It was cool.
Aaron would for sure look like a warlord. Like Devaughn, would you not agree? If you put a beret on Aaron, he would look like a warlord.
He would. He would, definitely.
I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, he would look like a warlord. He looked like he'd be a problem.
Just like, got a cigarette. I just put like a cigarette.
Nah, give him a cigar.
Of course,
that's
cigar.
That's how you do it. It's a
Cigar.
a cigar.
You got a cigarette? What?
Nah, get a cigar out.
What are you,
Cigar.
cheap one?
Like one of those like really fat Cubans, like Fidel Castro type. Like hold on, I'm gonna put my camera on so y'all can see this. But like imagine like me with a beret on and this like sort of.
Oh my boy.
It's like, nah, man, you
That's
have to have that.
Just like fucking smoke everywhere.
Need that.
You listen to
I
me.
have a. You say that, but I have a. You say that, Amani. God, I hate the fact that we've known each other so long. I have in GTA 5, and I know this because I've played that game forever. Whenever we did, remember, Devaughn, when we did the biker gang stuff came out, Amani and all that stuff. Me and David, we played biker gang stuff all the time because because we would always be on together. So me, him, and Remick, and like sometimes Devaughn would, and people would join here and there. But we did that nonstop. Like he had a legitimate setup. Like we would make actual good money. It was crazy. And my character was just called Warlord. He had a beret and just like a leather jacket, like just fucking leather like combat pants and like combat boots. And like my dude was just covered, just tattoos. He had like this pirate compass on his chest. It was crazy. He looked psychotic.
It's almost perfect. It's all coming
like,
full circle.
That's the aesthetic, bro. If I ever go insane and I join like become like a pirate or something.
Gotta rock the beret.
Mm-hmm. That's his evil form.
Evil Aaron wears a beret.
Mm-hmm. Evil Aaron. Yeah, if y'all ever see me wearing a beret, just know I'm coming to kill you.
Nega Aaron. But check this. This is another one. This game originally was known as Ion Fury, and apparently it's getting a sequel, and it looks cool. If you love
Aftershock.
Yep. Ion Fury Aftershock. If you love
coming to theaters near you.
If you love
Yo,
old
what in the
style
retro hell is
shooters,
this is awesome.
Yep.
Hey, yo!
It looks really good, don't it?
This looks like Duke Nukem 3D.
This is Doom.
Oh, dude, this driving.
Is this
Hold
Doom?
on.
It looks like it,
low
right?
key.
But it's-
Oh, excuse me. I feel like I've seen this before.
It had a
It is very retro, but like this is really nice.
it looks cool.
This looks
Ion
so
Fury's
freaking
good.
good.
Yeah.
The movement looks
Very nice. He's really
bro.
driving a boat. It's really good. I love this.
This is the
Bang,
sequel.
bang,
Yeah,
bang.
this is the
This is
sequel.
like
that
what-
revolver.
sequel now.
Are those dual wield vectors?
Yes.
Let's fucking
a
go.
sequel to Duke Nukem 3D should have been,
Grenade
man.
launcher.
Like I said, if you're a huge fan
Oh
of
my
very
God.
old classic,
It's like riding around on a motorcycle. Okay, that looks really cyberpunk.
Oh, it's only coming on
That was
PS4.
classic style
Darn.
first person shooter.
3D Realms is helping make it. I'll be
PS4,
damned.
nah. I'm actually,
Yeah, ew.
I might,
PS4.
that looks fun.
Summer.
Be an easy cop.
That like is the ultimate
Summer
retro
2021.
vibe.
Exactly. It'd be perfect.
How much do you think it's gonna cost?
This probably won't be much. I honestly think it'd probably be like
Probably
30. Yeah, I can't see it being over 30.
What's be a full
And
set?
even if it is, I mean, like, look how nice it looks. I mean, I'll pay 40.
$75.
Okay, maybe not that much. It's for next gen consoles, and you're just like, oh
The
no.
true price is what you're willing to pay, Dave.
Truly. It's like how much do you want a very classic sprite based shooter in the veins of Wolfenstein, original Doom?
Stein.
We can just go down the list. I mean, not
Remember
Quake. Quake was 3D.
Huh?
Did y'all ever play Wolfenstein 2?
Yes.
You
I
remember-
didn't beat it, but I played it.
Did you at least see the part where like BJ is like pretending to be like I think like an actor to get near Hitler, and the one
What?
dude's like
Oh,
I can't remember what he says.
Oh,
but
you're
he's
talking.
like,
Okay, I thought you were talking about the old retro
The new one, the
Wolfenstein
new
2s.
one.
You're talking about
You what?
Wolfenstein, the shadow, the new Colossus or whatever the fuck. Yeah. The
Oh
second
yeah.
one.
New Colossus, yeah.
Yeah,
Like there's
yeah,
a
the
part
new
where
ones,
like
yes.
Hitler's angry,
Yes,
and the
I
one
have
dude
seen
says
it, yes.
like something like, "I'm from Kansas" or some shit like that. I
Oh
just
yeah,
remember
he's like
Hitler
with the
turns
actors
around and just
everything.
looks
Oh
at
my
it
God.
and then just shoots
I
him.
almost- Paul, did you not almost cry laughing during that scene, dude?
Oh, yeah,
I was
dude.
so thrown off because the game was super. The mission to get okay. So what Paul's talking about as an explanation, I don't know if Devaughn,
No.
you played any of the Wolfenstein games.
I played the
Okay, Alani,
first
have you
of the
played any
new
of the new
one, but I
Wolfenstein?
never
Have you played the
finished it.
second one?
I haven't played the second one yet.
Okay, so the
first one
second one,
dragged
there's a
on for
point
me.
where you legitimately infiltrate Hitler's like house.
Mhm.
It's hit like a at this point they've fully taken over everything. And it's the part where there's like a bunch of actors all lined up, and like they're all sitting there. They're auditioning for the part of BJ Blazkowicz. Like they're all auditioning for the part of playing as BJ in the movie that they're doing. Of like, it's like a propaganda movie they're making that's supposed to depict him as like an absolute killing monster. You know what I mean?
He is, but yeah.
And there's this one dude that's like, oh, this is gonna involve the phrase Hitler. Don't cancel me. I'm not a Nazi. Okay,
is Hitler,
I'm not.
so it's
I'm
fine.
just quoting the game. So he goes, all right, I'm very happy to meet you, Mr. Hitler, sir. And Hitler at this point is like in his late 60s, maybe 70s, and the idea is like it was known that like Hitler more than likely had some form of syphilis.
Oof.
And like at this point he's developing like some form of dementia, like he's going crazy essentially, like he's very sick and everything.
Makes sense.
and he's like, Mr. Hitler. He gets really mad. He's in German. He goes, Mr. Hitler. He's like, how dare you? You will only address me as like Mein Führer and all that stuff. And he like the other guy's like, oh, Mein Führer. And then they're like, I'm sorry, Mein Führer. And the guy's like, oh. And then Hitler asks him, do you speak German? And the guy's like, oh, like only a little bit. I'm starting to get better though. And then Hitler goes like, has like a weird like attack of something, and he's like, he's a Jew, he's a Nazi, he's a Jew, he's a spy, he's a Jewish spy, and he pulls a gun out and just guns this man down, bang, 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 and then just keeps shooting at his dead corpse on the ground for like until he empties the magazine, and then he reloads his pistol, walks up to the chick that's like addressing him, and he like hugs her, and then he passes out on the floor. It is one of the weirdest scenes I've ever seen in my entire life. Paul,
dude, I just remember
you,
like
it was hilarious. I had to stop the game, and I had to reload from previous saves so that I could see it again. I had to watch it twice. It was so funny. You can look it up. It's on YouTube. It is one of the funniest things ever.
I remember the look he gives the guy before he shoots him. It's just like disgust.
It's just this look of complete disbelief. He's like, wait, are you Jewish? Are you a Jewish spy? And he's like, no, sir. I'm from Kansas.
He like looks at him just like, you know, that wide-eyed like death stare.
There's like maybe like a minute and a half of pause. He just makes eye contact with him. Bah, bah, bah. He just starts unloading. I was like, oh my god, oh my god.
Be done.
He could have been a Jewish spy.
It was like,
oh, Hitler.
It was hilarious.
Amani, this is a loud
completely
episode.
threw me off.
I apologize.
Wolfenstein 2, both of those games, Amani, Wolfenstein 1 and Wolfenstein 2, they're great, but they're so long.
Oh, I know. That was the deal. I couldn't get through one because one was kind of hard, but like it just goes on, and I'm like, bruh.
A lot of story in there, man.
But I heard great things about 2, and I wanted to get to 2, but I'm like, I'm not gonna go to 2 until I finish 1, and I haven't finished 1.
Oh yeah, it's a game with a lot of story. It's a very good. It's crazy for that an FPS can have good story.
It really does.
But
Titanfall 2 is another one, but we're gonna continue. That's another one though. This one is Kung Fu Panda. Yeah, coming to Brawlhalla.
Kung Fu Panda.
No way.
Oh, is it Brawlhalla? They're bringing Poe to Brawlhalla. Yo.
Oh, that's pretty damn cool.
Yo, I can be the Dragon Warrior. Please tell me they got Jack Black to voice him.
I would hope so, but I don't know. I would hope so.
So is it all of the characters too, or is?
But they got the Dragon Warrior.
Wait, is it all of them? Tigress is here?
They have Tigress, and...
They have Snake? Do they have the Snake?
I gotta remember
they have
the...
Okay, Tigress is here.
I'll let you guys actually see it properly. But they are bringing 3 characters.
Oh, they have an assist.
Yeah, it's
Poe's
Tigress.
Here. And,
Poe. Oh
yeah.
my god.
For me personally, I looked at this and was like, wow, this is a weird pick, Brawlhalla.
That's such a strange
It's
crossover.
so weird because it's like, okay, when was the last time Kung Fu Panda had a movie? It was the 3rd one, but like, it's been years.
Yeah, they were all 3 of them were good though.
They were, yeah, but it was. No, I've seen the 3rd one.
There's no way. Tai Lung is whole. Bro, low-key, I might low-key download this. Oh man, you can play as Tai Lung.
Yep, you can play as Tai Lung, bro.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yes, the most badass
So
character
Tigress,
I've
Poe,
ever
Tai
seen a
Lung.
DreamWorks make, like villain. Oh.
Tai Lung was awesome.
Tai Lung is a definition
Badass
of just insane.
Honestly, I have to go back and watch 2. I watched all the...
People sleep on his intro. Remember that, Amani?
Yes. When he gets
Tai
out,
Lung's
he
intro
just
is one
does
of the
stuff.
hardest intros of any villain ever.
He's in a...
He captures a feather. With one feather, he escapes the prison he's been trapped in for years.
He's like, all I needed is a feather. We're done here, bro.
All I needed was this. And I was like, oh my god.
That man breaks out and is gone. There was nothing they could do. And this was a prison specifically meant for him.
Gives such good advice, though. You know what I mean? Like as a whole series, just like adult advice. It's so good.
It really is. I gotta watch 2. 2 is the only one I never saw.
Which one is it? Is it 2 where the turtle gives the advice where he's like, what's it? It's like tomorrow is uncertain.
Tomorrow.
Yesterday.
It's the first one.
Oh, it is the first one. Yeah, where he's like, that's why it's called the present.
That's what Devaughn got from it. Devaughn got monkey.
Tomorrow is a certain, yesterday is a past, but today is a certainty. That's why it's called the present.
Monkey.
That's it. Yeah. God.
It's a great one.
That was from the animated show that they did. That was like amazing.
The animated show was
Kung Fu
also
Panda
funny.
actually has like really great storytelling for a movie about a panda. learns
Love
kung
it.
fu.
For real.
Voiced by Jack Black.
Voiced by Jack Black, who is like honestly the best voice they could have ever chosen.
Mm.
They have Jackie Chan voicing Monkey,
They really
and I
do.
was like, wait, Jackie Chan voiced Monkey? What?
But next up on
He's
this
actually the
list,
voice of Monkey.
time for some bad news. So our great Avengers game that's just been chilling. Apparently we're not getting Spider-Man until like after the summer. They're like, don't look forward to Spider-Man anytime soon.
So are we gonna host a funeral like next week? when is the wake?
I'm crying.
Look, man, they just announced Black Panther. It might not die just yet. I needed to not die so I could play as Black Panther. That's it.
That's it.
Need to play.
Bro,
That's it.
why is
That's
this
it.
still
Wow.
going on though?
That
I don't
game,
understand.
from
Like,
what I
why is it taking them so long to get new characters out?
Still hemorrhaging players, bro.
I don't know, man. Honestly, I think a
don't know
lot of
what's
it has
taking
to
them
do
so long to
because of
get
COVID,
characters.
but like we've seen other game companies have like a way easier time. Not like because of COVID, like it's been difficult, but like they've been able to keep a steady stream of content, things like that. So like things like Destiny have still managed to do things,
Yeah.
and like other games just like it are managing to
Maybe
keep
it's
a
their
flow.
engine.
But I don't know what's happening with Avengers, man. They're just doing some weird stuff. Recently, they made it more grindier to actually get through the game. Well, to level up characters specifically. And then they finally released someone that wasn't Hawkeye.
Two.
Which,
Who was?
I can't believe they released Hawkeye thinking that he was just gonna save.
He's number one. He's the best Avenger.
he was supposed to be the...
Hawkeye.
Well, the deal was he was supposed to be the first one. Well, Kate Bishop was supposed to be the first one. No,
Why
I think
not
the original
Spider-Man?
plan... Now that I actually have it in my mind. The original plan was Kate Bishop, then Black Panther, then Hawkeye. Alright, so Kate Bishop came out, I guess on time, but still late. Then it was like, okay, next is Black Panther. But then Chadwick Boseman died. So they was like, oh, we don't want to act like we're trying to make a profit off of Chadwick Boseman, so we're gonna move Black Panther. Which for one doesn't make sense because the game's DLC is free. And like maybe that would have moved copies, but like we already knew Black Panther was coming.
Yeah.
But at the same time they was like, alright, we're not gonna do that. So they moved it out of respect for Chadwick Boseman, which I'm like, that's fair. But the next person after Black Panther was again Hawkeye, which then makes you go, why? Why was it Hawkeye again?
I'll be right back. Give me just one moment. I'll be right back.
But we could have slid anybody else in there.
Anybody.
It was like, and I'm just kind of like, oh man, why did we do it like this? It's like I don't get it. But as far as that's considered, I'm just like, and then on top of that, Spider-Man was supposed to be a PlayStation exclusive and coming just in February. I think he was supposed to originally be coming in February.
There's no way to give him an Xbox.
They might as well just give him the Xbox. He's so late.
Mm-hmm.
They might as
I
well.
would have cried.
They're making you wait a whole year for a character that they said was going to be in a game as an exclusive. Like, I don't... Bro, if you've lost, like, what was it, like 85% of your player base within the first 2 months? Like,
That's not good at all.
Just
what prayer in hell do you have, you know?
You're just doing really bad, and I feel bad for it because the game is weird. Like it's like in this weird space where it's fun. It's genuinely fun, and
Yeah.
I managed to go back just to kind of see what's happening in it on PS5, and it's actually amazing how much better that game is just on PS5. Like it's very clear that like the current console generation is holding it back, which is unfortunate because I feel like should have been designing for PS4 anyway. It was going to come out in PS4 before PlayStation 5 was ever announced. But it's very clear that it was holding it back.
I'll be honest, I think it's partially their engine.
So,
I feel like they're good.
No, you're fine.
I was going to say, I think their engine is a little bit little wonky. It's been like that with the Tomb Raider games, right? They did Tomb Raider, right, Crystal Pine? Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They did all three of them, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Those games are good, but like weird. I have like a weird
30 frames
problem with them in comparison. Like they're actually really good games, but it's like they're tonally off, and I don't think they ever really truly understand what Lara Croft's supposed to be. And like there are parts of it where it's like, yeah, like they're kind of getting it, but it's also other parts where it's like, I don't know if they really got it though, if that makes any sense. Because like for me, Lara Croft is like just this badass chick that like comes in and she's like, I'm not afraid of nothing. I fight dinosaurs with a pistol. Watch me. Like I'll save the world every other week. I do it casually while I'm eating breakfast for Tuesday, for Tuesday exercise. So it's like, for her to be so kind of like, and I get the idea that they wanted to dial it back with the bombasticness, but like,
But that's what she do.
it's part of what made her kind of fun. Yeah, it's like that she.
It was like that's like her superpower. I don't understand why they do that.
Because like the first one's very much like, oh, she's so weak and frail, and I'm like, we want you to feel bad for Laura, and I'm like, I get that, but then at the same time, I'm also sitting there like, but Laura's like awesome. I should almost never feel bad for Laura because Laura's got this. Also, it's tonally dissonant. The number one scene I can always think of from that game is like, it's the first kill of the game where it's like you kill somebody and it's like this dramatic moment and she's like traumatized by the fact that she just killed somebody, and then it's immediately followed up with you then got a headshot for extra XP and the little thing is on the screen and she like mows down like 12 more dudes on the way out without a problem, and it's like oh no! Just open fire.
You play the little psychopath, Laura.
And it's like, okay, that was a little weird. I don't know how you guys missed that one, like being tonally. That's a weird one. But I am going to move on to something that, Paul, you might find interesting. It is called, I wonder if you actually heard of it. Have you ever heard of something called The Nevers?
Yes, and I haven't watched it yet because it's a Joss Whedon creation, and I'd rather kill myself.
Wow. Damn it.
I've used that joke twice.
Really?
this
LOL.
night. I
Well, there
should
you
probably
go.
Stop. Anybody that's going through this shit, sorry, I didn't. I'm gonna stop digging a hole.
Biased.
But
Stop digging a hole.
The Nevers is coming to it's HBO's The Nevers. I'm actually I want to check it out, but actually there's no real but. It's just I want to check it out.
I think it looks interesting, but
It does.
it's also Joss Whedon, and that's what's holding me back. I don't like Joss Whedon.
I mean that's fair. That's fair.
Do you like these actors?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like these actors and actresses?
This girl's like 9 foot tall. What the hell was that?
Takes place in Victorian London as... Okay, Victorian London is rocked to its foundation by a supernatural event which gives certain people, mostly women, abnormal abilities.
Huh.
That is a little
Okay,
weird that they
sexy.
had that in there, but that's fine.
Okay.
Honestly, it depends on the plot. It's one of those things where it's just like, it's kind of the fact that you mentioned it's like mostly women. I'm like, okay, that's weird. But like if the plot's like, oh yeah, it just
That sounds
happens
like
that
Joss
women are
Whedon.
like more susceptible or something like that. They gotta just give me a good reason. Don't just point it out
I
just
feel like it
because.
can work.
Yeah, it can work.
It's just
But it looks cool. I like the trailer from when I saw
They
it.
just added that so it can make it more appealing to women because a woman lies bad or more women equal. It was just only just did that.
But it's nothing.
sarcasm.
Sarcasm. Please preference sarcasm. Sarcasm. Yeah, it just threw me off while I was reading. I'm like, okay, weird. But
Yeah.
it looks cool. Like honestly, when I looked at the trailer, like I wasn't thinking about it. I'm like, it looks awesome. Like this honestly, genuinely, just looks really cool.
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
It says mostly women, so which means there are males. So it's not like there's none.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
one of those things where it's
skeptically
just like,
optimistic.
okay, that's a weird like thing to point out. I guess like it's like if the story was like telling it, so to speak, and was just like, yeah,
Honestly,
predominantly.
considering it's Victorian era England or something like that, they're probably gonna.
That actually
Might
makes
be
it
like one of
more
those, it's
interesting.
tied to like the XX chromosome type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It actually, now that I think
I
about it, the
honestly,
fact
like,
that it is Victorian
I'm,
London specifically does make it a little bit more interesting that it is women, because not exactly the best time for women than Victorian London. Number one thing that comes to mind is Jack the Ripper, though. Like, not exactly the best time, but obviously other things just being the time. But I look forward to it. I can see the plot being.
I think it looks
Yeah.
very promising, and it looks like it has a lot of class. You know, it looks very good. But again, I'm a Zach.
You're
not
wary
Zack
because
Snyder,
of Joss
fucking,
Whedon.
I don't like Joss Whedon. I didn't like the first two Avengers movies. I know that's sacrilege, but I don't like Joss Whedon. Get that.
Okay.
It's fair. I mean, I'm not gonna fight you on it. Joss
Yeah.
Whedon's not your
Fight me,
favorite.
please.
You also are like.
No.
I would actually say this. I would actually preference
you're
this.
wrong, Paul.
No.
You're
I
wrong.
would.
He's a
I would
god.
actually preference this.
The best screenwriter of all time. Fight me right now outside the parking lot.
Paul,
Let's go.
Paul and Andre tend to be like the movie buffs anyway. So like when they say like they don't like a director, it's not really. It's like, oh, I don't like what he does, it's like no. It's like I have legitimate criticisms
not...
of like how he does movies and things of that nature. So it's like okay,
and the way he does movies,
it's an opinion. It's respectable.
Can't
he just has like he has a very cheesy way of handling things that bothers the shit out of me, and it doesn't really work for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's also, it works for other people, so I can't diss it. It's kind of like this. It's like, look at Avengers, like, Endgame and stuff, and Infinity War, and all of those things after Age of Ultron, right? You have, like, the humor, but they, like, moved on with it, right? You had, like, James Gunn's influence on the humor, especially. Now it's, like, great, but then you go back to those older movies, and that humor was, like, a Joss Whedon-type humor, and it's like, it's like anybody play Medieval on PS1? You start a new game and there's that zombie and it goes like that's what I imagine every time Joss Whedon writes a joke, is him laughing at his own ego and how smart he is, and I'm just like, I can't do it. But anyways, we'll move on. My bad.
No, you're fine.
That's a whole other night. We'll do.
It's good to have reasons behind your stuff. So,
yeah, of course. I got a lot.
Next up is this game called Pocket Bravery, which this is on my keep a lookout on. Like docket, so it's like
telling me I could be brave.
Every so often we have a game that just appears where it's like it's not done, but like keep an eye on that will kind of clean. Pocket Bravery looks kind of dope. It's just like this cool little fighting game that just looks kind of interesting.
Bravery.
They're doing some fancy stuff with the sprite work and whatnot. Like
can the guitar riff?
That is the.
Plus we got ice boxes out here, bro.
You can tell this is made by a Japanese studio, because they just gave that dude the whitest name, Sebastian McLean.
Actually, it's made by a Brazilian one.
Nuno Alves.
It's made by a Brazilian studio.
Brazil! I'll be damned.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brazilian. I'm trying to find the exact.
The name sounded very Portuguese.
Oh, I just saw like the subtext or the Twitter feed
bang,
thing.
Bang. Okay.
Saw like the Japanese characters, and I was like, oh,
Terra Studio.
Not bad. Please don't cancel my internet. I didn't mean anything by what I said.
I mean, there's no way to truly know, but they got some cool stuff. I was looking at some of their stuff when I came across it on Twitter, actually, which is kind of amazing, because I'm like, oh, wait, we just got fighting games just out here on Twitter now? Actually, there's a lot of Twitter feeds that just have people working on really interesting fighting games, so I'll always keep them in the little keep an eye on section and be like, hey, yo, that looking kind of clean. Look at what that guy's doing. I want to see it. There's actually a character, Aaron, I'm going to send like another link, that I think you would like, because you love your big boys. So I'm going to send it right here.
Who loves their big boys?
Aaron. Aaron really loves his big boys in fighting games. In any game...
There he is! Look at that absolute unit, yes!
Is his name Ndidi?
Yes!
I like that name.
What's his name?
Ndidi? Ndidi. Like Ndidi?
Yeah.
So it's like... what do they call that pronunciation? It's like
and he's doing cool combo.
Damn, he really beating up himself.
Yeah, you gotta do clones sometimes, bro. You gotta just make sure it works all the way.
Bang. All good.
This is rude. But it looks cool. Like, they clearly know what they're doing. They got a good foundation already, and I'm looking forward to seeing more from them. For sure. Because this looks fun. I like the characters they got so far. I hope it's good. You like your 2D fighters, man? Go get that a look-see. Go check them out. See what they about.
This looks interesting. 2D fighters need some love.
Deadass. Alright, so check this. So this next one is about Immortal Phoenix Rising, which I'm gonna be real, I find this game divisive, but this DLC looking kind of clean.
What is this?
That's what I'm saying.
I just saw a ninja.
Immortal Phoenix Rising, Mist of the Eastern.
They have a Mist of the Eastern Realms DLC where you...
Wait, is it a whole like giant free roam world again?
You are playing as a whole new character in a more like Chinese mythological place as a DLC. And honestly, if they continue to do stuff like this, I might pick up that game, because I don't think I talked about it here, but like I don't like Phoenix Immortal Rising. Like, I think that game is actually like, it deserves to exist, but I don't like that game. I hate the way it plays. Like, it plays really snappy. This game is divisive to me because it has a lot of parts that I'm like, that's really cool, and then immediately followed by, but then this thing. So it's constantly in this weird back and forth for me where I'm like, oh, it was like, the combat looks really fun, but the humor is gonna get on my nerves because this seems really childish. It was like, I love the colors and the atmosphere, but characters look kind of bland and weirdly, like, they kind of have this weird little thing about them that just kind of makes you kind of like, eh. It's like, it has this constant back and forth for me.
It's just a game.
Dude, this looks so good. Bro, this is not a DLC.
This looks really
but
interesting.
yeah, this,
big ass game.
but that's the thing. Also,
That looks like a game.
that was the other thing that messed with me.
Season passes.
They just gotta keep doing stuff like this. Keep this series alive. Oh my god.
I have an
so
innate
cool.
hatred for season passes, man.
I feel that. I can understand that.
I do too, but it's kind of unfortunately part of the world.
There's nothing you can do anymore.
The other thing about the game was like, it was like, oh, we're doing Greece, and I'm like, God, are we doing Greece again? Are we doing Greece again? I love Greek mythology.
I want to see Rome.
I love Greek mythology, but we've done it to death. We can move on. And so when they're like, we're doing
like,
Chinese mythology, I'm like, okay, I'm
not
a little bit
that
more
like
interested.
dude, I don't want to see Renaissance Rome anymore because Assassin's Creed did that. For us,
Yeah,
right? I want to see Rome in the heyday with your gladiators stuff. Imagine like a Skyrim type game in Rome or like an RPG, something cool in ancient Rome. I just want.
Total would be cool, especially because you have different areas.
I also
like Rome expanded all the way to Egypt, like Europe.
I just want to fight the dudes in Gaul.
I also don't want to see Norse. Norse is getting on that very teetering area where it's like,
on your nerves.
yo, if we get like 3 more games of this, I'm gonna be done. If we get 3 more games of Norse mythology, I'm done, bro.
Y'all are gonna start killing it.
It's like, so I'm like, give me anything else. We got some other cultures out there. Use them. Some cool stuff.
Chinese. Give me some Mayan, some Aztec stuff, some Mesoamerican.
That would be really
stuff
cool.
is really cool.
Give me some Egypt. Give me some Egyptian. Some Zulu. Give me some
Japanese.
Give me some Hindu, actually. Hindu or something of that nature. That would actually be really fun.
American.
Some. We don't have gods. Well, technically. Yeah, we don't have gods. We don't have like a pantheon.
Actually, that's not true. Rick Riordan, his new series is American Gods, and so it has like John Henry and stuff. It's really cool.
Okay, that might be interesting.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So
okay.
that is
interesting.
amazing.
All right.
Like Johnny Appleseed.
All right.
Like
I
that.
think I'll be down.
I haven't read it. I just know like it has John Henry and
Jersey Devil.
And the Jersey Devil.
the
Okay,
main
I take it back.
character,
I take it back.
is,
We can do some really cool things. Jersey Devil would be clean.
Yeah.
I would like to see that. That'd be
America has a lot of really cool mythology that's actually like,
Bro.
it's there. It's just people don't
Oh,
really
Monty.
care about it anymore, and it's just like it's kind of already been done a lot. It was done a lot.
Amani, let me tell them about the American God of Martin Luther King and how he's gonna kill
What?
Superboy Prime.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, you mind if I tell them?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell Devaughn. Devaughn
All right, so
clearly
guys,
doesn't know about
Yes,
imagine
Martin
in
Luther King.
comics, all right, so there's an alternate universe, like Superboy Prime comes back, and like DC's like, oh my god, like we cannot stop this dude, and then out of this other universe comes an era where MLK wasn't assassinated, right? He turns out to be a metahuman. And just imagine him telling Superboy, you know, I fought for freedom in one world and I can do it again. And then he goes and just goes, I have a dream! And then hits him
my
and
God.
hits him into
What?
oblivion, bro. It'd be the coolest fucking thing that ever would have been in comics. Tell me that.
Wait,
Nothing
I'm
totally
so
frame, dude.
confused.
Because you could
How
have
did
like the
Martin Luther
pages
King
leading
do
up,
this?
you know,
Why
and
is
then
he
like,
so strong? What?
shut up, listen, Dale. Just
powerful
imagine those
metahuman.
panels
He's
leading
one
up.
of the
You'd have,
strongest
like,
metahuman. That's why he fought for civil
You'd have
rights.
the
way he did.
lines dragging him, like going, light shining on him, going, I have a dream. And then, like, the final frame is just boom. Superboy Prime is done. They fixed that issue.
Look up MLK versus Superboy Prime.
No, that's not a real
It's
thing.
not a real thing, but it's something that should happen. It was something we were
It should
talking
happen.
about that should
I
be.
gotta shut my door. I just realized.
You say that, I feel like you'll find a picture of it somehow. Like someone had to do it at some point. Someone had to have the idea at some point. and had
Our
talent
first
to just
episode,
do
I
it.
brought that up. 'Cause I don't know, it just popped in my head, and I was like, that's a cool image.
We're gonna forever have that
have a
one. That one's
dream.
just gonna be in the back. If
We'll
comics
have to
ever
make it
decide to do
ourselves.
it, if like DC's like, you know what, we're just gonna have MLK fight Superboy Prime somehow, we'll be like, yo, we inspired that.
I always love like the moments where like people that you seemingly wouldn't think could beat up a Kryptonian dude.
Yeah.
Beautiful moments.
It's always a beautiful moment. It's like, yes. I
Dude,
don't
you know
even
what
hate
MLK
on
you
Superman
know what he'd be
like
armed
that. It's
with?
just like,
Hope.
it'd be great to just have that.
Hope, the power of hope.
He would be
Exactly.
like a White Lantern incarnate.
doesn't
You know what I
even
mean?
need
He would
any-
just be the Lantern of Hope. He would be the Hal Jordan of the White Lanterns. You know what I mean? Because he would have like just like hope incarnate, where Hal Jordan is like will power incarnate. Be Hope.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Hope. Maybe Hope is the Blue Lanterns. Which one's the?
Here's a question. I know this is like completely off topic, but like, what lantern ring do you think y'all would go with, or would choose you?
Oh, I would be whatever Kyle Rayner is. It'd probably be Willpower.
Green?
Probably. Actually, let me look up.
I think
we talked about
Avarice
this. No,
for
mine
me.
was white.
I don't know why. I just feel like
mine was
Avarice would be the one for me.
I'm not a nerd, so I
Green,
don't know that,
orange.
apparently.
Well, it's just what color do you want?
Shut up. Okay.
Loser.
It was a meme.
What color would you
Lantern
like?
ring color, but
Either that or maybe blue, but I don't really think that highly of myself. But I feel like maybe blue.
emotional spectrum. I can't remember what they are. White. So white light of life. So that would be MOKs. There we go.
And then you got the
Avarice.
black wing.
Oh, so
Death.
you'd be a greedy piece of crap, Amani. Ah.
I feel like I would be Avarice. That's what I
You
feel
know-
like it would be.
Fuck
Either
it.
that
You
or
know.
blue.
Definitely not.
You
gonna
know,
get
I'm gonna
stabbed
go
in
with the
back.
red ring. Why not?
Devaughn, you're not that angry.
If anything, it'd be probably Andre. I've overcome the
Andre
rage.
definitely gets a red ring. 100%.
Yellow is fear. Green
Love
is
him,
willpower.
but-
Blue is never mind. So I would be, MOK would be Hope. He'd be blue, or white. Or what do you think he would be? Light, white, or light? Of
He'd either
life?
be white or
Or
blue.
would he be Hope?
Paul, which one would you give me?
For
Paul?
you, Devaughn.
Devon's a very positive person. Actually, I'd give you a pink lantern.
Me?
Just love.
Who, Devaughn?
Yeah, Devaughn would get
Devaughn
a
is a pink
he's-
lantern. I could honestly
He'd
see
be a
it.
pink lantern.
Devaughn is
see
the
it.
most loving person I've ever met. Of just like he
Yeah,
just wants to
violet is
love
love.
everyone.
Yeah. Aaron, what would you be?
Fucking red.
He's like, absolutely.
Are you that angry?
Not even like a. It's not even like a question. to me.
Aaron, I
It's
feel
like
like yours would be
100%
more
certain.
yellow for fear.
I don't really care about people being afraid of me because like it's not really. I don't really get angry because I want people to be afraid of me. It's just I get angry
sometimes. All the time. I'm joking.
I'm not angry all the
This
time.
is a joke.
You know what I
That's a
think mine
secret.
would
He's
be?
always angry.
Stupid, silly.
I think, and I don't mean this to be just because I'm a fan of him, but I would be a white lantern like Kyle Rayner, and everything I did would be like
Oh, okay.
artistic
Okay. That's
images.
what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to-
The White Lantern was all of them together.
Mm-hmm. It's life.
What was indigo? Let me see what indigo is real quick.
Indigo's
Wait,
hope.
what are all the lanterns real quick before I just say?
So
Red Lantern?
there's
'Cause I know like
orange,
the rage
red,
one, but I know
blue,
there was a couple others
green,
that I really had to
white,
think about.
black, and
I know orange is out because that's greed, and I'm not really a greedy person.
so yellow, orange, red, green, blue, purple, and pink. And purple. That's right. Purple was indigo. Was
Can you describe what they
compassion. Okay.
Oh,
I
maybe I
would be
would
indigo.
have. Okay, maybe never mind. I take it back. I might have. Wait,
Fuck,
why
I
is
don't
Sinestro
know,
here
dude.
for indigo?
No, I would be willpower. That's right. Because no matter how many times I get knocked down, I keep pushing.
You know what? I
and
can
keep
actually
pushing.
see me being indigo. I take it back. That's
I just told
more
you
likely
guys I
the
did
one that
3.5
reaches out to me,
hours
which
of
is
like,
weird to say.
extensive yard work to like collapsing. You know what I mean? That's willpower.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're rage, Aaron.
Yeah, I'm not. You
Uh,
know what? I'm not that
I'm
greedy.
green.
What was yellow would be fear, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't really fear. I'm not really into making people afraid.
But I definitely think.
I'm not crazy. Can you be a good person and be a yellow lantern? I mean, I guess because you only use.
I mean,
that against
technically,
villains,
Batman
right?
Well,
can
yeah.
Yellow
Look at
Lantern.
Sinestro's daughter.
Batman's absolutely a fucking yellow lantern.
I mean, he can wield the green one, but let's be real.
What
he's
is
yellow.
Joyce? Joyce is sad.
Okay.
Nah, I'm not throwing shade at Joyce, and if he hears
There's
this,
just
I
like a
wouldn't throw
depression
shade,
lantern.
buddy.
That would be sad if there was a depression lantern. Actually, there might be.
That'd be sad.
There is. It's called the Black Lantern. The Black.
Oh wait,
Lantern.
that's death though.
That's his
It's not really
death.
sadness.
Well, sadness could be avarice, because think about it. It's, Larfleeze, that's it. Yeah, he's alone in the universe and just has, like, money in his
Oh,
riches.
yeah, with the orange lantern, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I definitely have to go with the indigo. I think that ultimately, I think that's the one. But
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I'd just be a red lantern.
no, I feel,
Indigo.
I feel you.
Because it's like I'm not mad all the time, like just explodingly mad, like to yell at everything. But like the rage is
It builds up,
inside
it's
of me.
there.
It's like a flame. It's there at all times. You know, certain things will just make it explode. I feel like Paul. I always compare it to like. You know how like Hades in the Hercules movie?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
always
where you,
there.
like, calm
Like
and
his
shit,
hair,
and then just...
how like he just
Ah!
gets madder and madder, and then it just explodes. Yeah, where it's like ah. Okay, all right, it's fine.
How's it
It's,
going?
that's me so many times. That's been me in so many different occasions where I just like, and then I'm just like, okay, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
But
Bro,
Devaughn would
actually...
probably be a pink one. He'd be a pink or an indigo.
Devaughn, I feel like you'd
I
be
love
a pink
loving
lantern.
people.
Oh, no doubt. Love.
See?
Either that, you could also. I would also see Devaughn being a purple lantern.
What
I
they
think.
do?
The indigo one.
Hey.
The one with compassion.
Okay.
So Devaughn is either with
guys,
me
what again?
or
What would I be?
over
Of
there
course-
to pink.
Damn it. I'm confused because like I know I could definitely be Green Lantern, but also hope. It's the capable blue light is capable of being wielded by people who can bring hope for the future to others. I'm always trying to inspire people. I want people to be hopeful. So like, I don't know.
You could be those two. I
I'll
would
just
say.
stick with green.
They match. up
Green
with
can
you.
do the same thing.
He's not bad.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like none of
it's
them
just
are bad.
overused.
Either way, they give you superpowers.
Exactly.
So I mean, I'm not really I'm not
That's true,
complaining.
dude,
I always
I'll
loved.
take the powers.
I always loved like the amalgamation of people that are in the red core, because there's a lot of them that you look at them like, oh yeah, I expect that to be in the you know the core for hatred and anger. But there's some of them that you look at like that's
Like Daxstar.
it's like they look cool. They look like nice.
Oh.
What's up with that?
Oh, you mean like Daxstar the cat?
The cat, yeah.
Oh,
It's just
Amani, I'm
angry.
gonna send you
Wasn't
this.
there like an old lady at some point?
I think there is.
There's a Rafa Sandoval picture of a blue lantern, bro. It's like the most hyper detailed thing. It's so
I
good.
might have to look at that. Might get the
Let me send
opportunity.
Via Discord.
Actually, oh, you sent
But
it
I
via
guess on
Discord?
it
This is in Discord? Oh, hold up. Let me look at this.
No, I haven't sent it yet. Let me.
Okay.
Are we in the? Where the hell are we? Are we in the Paper Play Action podcast? Oh no, we're in the other.
Imagine. It's like, are we in the podcast?
Nah, we're not in that chat.
We are in the podcast within the podcast. We can never leave. The construct has been made. We have been placed.
There it
Minds
is.
forever locked together.
Okay, so check that out, guys. To any of you who want to read a good comic run, Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, from like 2016,
Mhm.
is a great one. And Ethan Van Sciver does good artwork in that. It's kind of more classic looking, but this dude right here, Rafa Sandoval,
Ethan.
The-
I watch his YouTube videos.
really, Ethan Van Sciver?
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel.
That's pretty lit.
Huh.
His art is pretty good, though.
Dude, but this
This
guy,
guy-
Rafa
this man's got very
Sandoval,
gangly muscles.
is Brazilian. This man draws anime if it was hyper detailed. It's so good. I've already gone over this with Amani and Leon one night. I won't do it again, but you remember at like pictures through all 50?
Mm-hmm.
God, this man, and now he's drawn for Flash. Like everything he draws just pops with detail. I gotta.
The detail on the muscles is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Aaron,
saying. It
let's
looks
just
so
here. Let me
detailed. Like,
find a
okay,
picture
wow.
of like them in action, and you'll understand. This guy draws action better
But,
than anyone. My bad, Amani. Go ahead and continue.
But
Derailing into Rafa Sandoval again.
no, you're fine. You're fine. That's what our podcast is all about. If you like art, go look at him, man. Go look at his stuff. But next up, we have Biomutant official combat trailer. Bro, I'm gonna be real.
It's
I feel like
finally
we've been
coming
talking about Biomutant for like years, bro. This game is still
In
not
like
out.
20 years.
They just keep letting us know that they're still making it, and this trailer looks nice.
Guys, please, we're begging you. Hold on.
This is what.
We're coming.
This
don't
is
worry.
like Valheim. This don't look like Valheim anymore.
It has a release date. It's
This does not look anything like.
I don't know why you said that at all.
It was the beginning of
Bro,
the
this looks so
beginning of the
good.
trailer. I was fucking around.
It does have a
Okay.
release
Oh my
date.
God, this
It's
is
May
like
Alright,
20th
alright, you've got my attention. This game has my attention.
of 2021.
Okay. Well, it's got my curiosity right now.
Dude, this rugged art style really gets me. I like it a lot.
Now it's kind of got my attention.
You
Okay.
play as a biomutant as you slowly upgrade. See, I don't want to compare things to Spore because Spore was kind of weird, but like the idea
Yeah,
is
like you
kind of like Spore.
It's like you create
Yeah,
your own
this
dudes.
game got me.
You create your own like
Okay,
little
you fight a
mutant,
giant bunny.
and like you,
May 25th.
they
is
evolve.
like 5
Yeah,
days
it's
from
actually
now,
pretty
right?
close. And I was like, but I feel like we've been talking about this game for a while now. And still like we're finally like okay, we're close,
Hey,
I
there's a
guess.
class. Mercenary.
It said footage at the bottom. It says footage representative of PlayStation 4, not all images appearing. Dude, that means that's how it's going to
Look
run.
on
wow,
PlayStation
really?
4, yeah.
That's in PS4?
Mhm.
Okay, if that's on PS4, that's
Allegedly.
actually kind of nice.
Looks good.
Because it's going to look really good on the next gen stuff if I ever find that I'm able to purchase a PS5.
That's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Everyone's still searching. It's okay. I understand.
All these scalpers. No, you don't. You drove
'Cause
6 hours to
scalpers-
get one.
Wait, did you ever tell my
You're listening-
story?
No, Devaughn, why would we tell you your story? Go ahead, tell the people.
Your story.
That's why, because it's a really crazy story. How I ordered a PlayStation on November 12th. So yes, I'm gonna get it. I got this. It was coming via Target and UPS. No, not UPS. FedEx. On that day, November 20th, the day it came out, the day it's supposed to be coming to my house, for some reason, it just got lost. I'm so confused. Like it never came to my house. So I'm calling the place like, hello. Is there anybody? Is it coming today? He says, don't worry, it'll be there soon. Don't worry. So like, the next day, I called the facility, and they're like, oh, we're checking on it right now. So my grandparents and mom's like, let's go down there. What the hell are you doing? So we drive down to Brooklyn. We had to go down to this Brooklyn FedEx. It was a hood place. It deep in the hood. FedEx. I'm like, Daquan drove me there. Daquan drove me there. We're talking like, yo, that definitely got stolen. This is bad over here. And when we got there, it's like they said, okay, we're gonna do an investigation. I'm like, you guys weren't doing an investigation this whole time? And they said, oh, okay, my bad. We got you now, sir. We'll call you back. So we had to leave and wait for them to call us back.
Oh, no.
Later that day, we called them. It was like, oh, we're still doing an investigation. Next day. It's such a long story. And next day, I call Walmart. I say, hey, can you guys, like, help me? They lost my PS5. And it says, nah, we can't do anything because they're still doing an investigation. So,
Oh, man.
So I called...
Did you buy it from Walmart or Target?
I bought it,
Target.
I bought it because... No. I'm sorry. I bought it from Walmart. That is right. I bought it from Walmart. Yes, that's it. I bought it from Walmart. I called Walmart. I said, hey, they're doing an investigation. Can you guys, like, do something about it? They told me, no, we cannot. So I had to go back to FedEx because the investigation is still going on. So I go down there and says, sorry, we can't do anything about it. So we just say we just lost it. We're official saying we lost it. I'm like, damn. So you guys really just can't find it? No. Like they said, we don't know where it went. It never was here. We never saw it. I'm like, how is that possible? It's stupid. It's stupid.
Stole it off the truck or something.
It's stupid. Man. And then I call Walmart and I say, hey, so they concluded the investigation. Don't return my PlayStation. I need a PlayStation. Don't return it. Then she says, I returned your PlayStation. Is there anything else I can do for you? Like return the money. And
customer service.
I specifically asked her, please do not do that.
I'm sorry,
oh my God, bro.
It was a
He's
rough.
like, just send me another one. Just send me another one.
And they did not. It said they cannot do that because they had none in stock.
I'm like, don't worry about that when you get
Can't
more
you
in
like
stock.
set it apart?
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, don't worry about it
The
when
next
you get...
set that comes in, we've already got.
No, they cannot.
I don't know why they couldn't do that. That doesn't make any sense.
I know, my aunt was so confused when I told her that. She's like, what do you mean? And she's a cop, and she was so, like, agitated. What do you mean they can't do that? She called them so many times, it's believable. She
was like, yo, I gotta slug people myself.
She's like, I'm about to drive down there myself.
I mean, it is BS.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of BS. You know, like, I mean, let's be honest. If FedEx loses your package, they should at least be like, yeah, we can reimburse you and, like, get it back to you. I mean, at least you got the money back. But I remember it was a pain for you to get the money back.
Yeah.
It took you forever. It's like, yo, at least if you're not going to give me my PlayStation, can I at least have the money I spent back?
I was like, I would like that back,
you know?
because you guys lost it. You never even made it to my house.
Y'all lost it. I didn't do anything. I just paid. I gave my money. I put my faith in you. Now you have failed upon your agreement. Please give me back my money.
Moral of the story, FedEx trash.
Yep, FedEx and Walmart.
FedEx be having issues, bro.
And the sad part now, every time I see a FedEx truck, I get mad. Because y'all niggas stole my PlayStation.
I know you did it. Don't you lie to me.
That's so unfortunate. I'm sorry.
Anger.
Stole my PlayStation. These bastards have stolen my PlayStation 5.
They looked and they saw it and they were like, well,
I
my
know
kid
they
needs
did
one
it.
too.
I
Just
know.
trouble.
I'll kill
My
them all.
anger shall burn for 1,000 years.
True.
Well, I hope this art I'm about to send cheers you up, Devaughn, because you'll understand why I want this guy drawing all of my comics ever.
Oh,
Stoke the flame of Devon's heart forevermore.
forevermore.
They have
I
earned
can't
his
wait to,
wrath.
have
and
you in
hate.
town one day and a FedEx driver drives by and you just shout some kind of like angry shit.
This is why I order. This is why I order Amazon.
Oh, Monty, you're gonna have a field day with
Amazon never
You're
loses
gonna have a
market.
field day with this episode, dude. My
miss
mic is
being
up a little louder. So.
I'm sorry, Aaron. I didn't mean to bring that up.
I'm sorry, my guy.
Oh, it's all good. We asked.
A lot of pain.
But
Where are you?
And that's my story.
Bust out the swing.
My sad PlayStation story in my life now.
And that's
I'm gonna get
An
one.
unfortunate experience,
It's the
Devaughn.
scalpers are crazy. You guys know how it is. I'm gonna find one.
yeah. Well, good luck to anybody out there trying to get a
But,
PlayStation that's not from a scalper, because low-key,
It's just
screw them.
it's crazy because it's like when the PlayStation 4 came out, it was there was some problems with getting them early on.
But not that much.
But not that
this.
much. And also, like I haven't heard anyone talk about the PS5. Like no one's talking about anything about it. When the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One came out, I remember it was a whole thing for like months and months, and it's like I don't know if it's people just not caring anymore. Or there's just nothing to do on the PS5
It's.
yet.
I'm gonna be
you
real
know?
with you. A large portion of it is just
Nobody
no
has-
one has
yeah.
one.
No one has the PS. The only people that have PS5s, there's some scalpers that have like 17
Exactly.
of them
Like no
in
one
their,
has
in their
one.
living
Therefore,
room, sitting there waiting for someone to pay $14,000.
exactly. No one has one. Therefore, we cannot talk about it because no one has one.
Sad face.
That's the deal. Like I have one. I
I see
talked
people
about it a
that are like,
little
yeah, I got the
bit.
controller. Woo, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Where's the console?
It's like a fifth of our group have a PlayStation 5.
the
Exactly.
controller. A fifth, yeah. That's like two.
It's like three.
I think it's
It's three people have.
Mm. And I don't want to talk about it too much because it's like, yeah, like I got one, but I'm not gonna like sit here and be like, oh, look at me, like it's so nice. It's, I can't wait for you guys to get it. It's like because I know the situation. It's like, yeah, like you guys aren't gonna get one for a while. I'm not gonna sit here and talk joke about it the whole time because it's like, yeah, it's nice, but like, I mean, you guys don't have one. It's like the weirdest way to rub something in somebody's face, even if you're not trying to. It's just like, yeah, I got one. Like, what?
Why does that inspire such anger?
I don't know.
That sound.
It's just
I
something
think it's,
about it. It's
it's
just
an
like,
annoying
man.
sound.
It's something about that rhythm. It's something about
Here
that
it should
rhythm.
be.
It's just like, come here. let me just kick you.
I just need to kick you, just slightly. But next up, this game called Haunted Space, which
Oh God, no.
this is probably gonna get Paul to
Space
scream.
is
I'm not gonna
haunted,
lie,
no.
he's gonna be big happy.
Who?
Paul for a fact. This is something he would be
I'm gonna be
interested in.
big happy.
Italian Games Factory.
Italian games.
Molto
Is that
bene.
why?
If he doesn't scream, I'm disappointed in him.
Why do I feel
I'm
like
really
this is
liking
more
this
Cthulhu
podcast. This is really
stuff?
fun.
I mean, yeah, it's
I'm glad you're enjoying
glad
yourself, dude.
he's happy.
What is this?
It's almost like we called you out so you could have fun.
So you can
Last
do
time,
it.
we
Just chill.
specifically went out of our way to be like, hey, yo,
Okay, alright.
Oh.
wait for it.
Oh.
Oh.
Yo,
Okay.
what is this?
What in the heck? Oh.
What the fuck is that thing, brother? Oh.
You will. I'm about to say.
Bro, it's like
Man.
okay, so it's like
Okay.
a flying.
Yes.
Yeah,
Bro.
it's like you make your own ship type
Haunted
thing.
Space
Okay, that looked
is
really
an
cool.
upcoming
Oh, like,
that looks
sci-fi
pretty
adventure
cool,
with horror
bro.
elements in which you use a
That
ship
looked really fucking
and
cool.
scavenge for resources
cool.
and fight for survival
gosh, we're human.
against like essentially like weird space Lovecraftian. We really just keep coming back to Lovecraft stuff. It's crazy how many things are just like, hey yo, Lovecraft's cool recently, and I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, I'm down with that.
I'm okay if they do that forever. Those games there needs to be more like that. There's so much you can do because you're limitless. You can literally dive into madness and do things that don't make sense and then just have at it. And that's okay. That is wonderful for abstract storytelling.
It really is. It just
And there's the
helps out.
writer in me talking.
It's one of those cool things where it's just like, okay, all right, we're doing cool things, and it just makes you sit there and kind of look at it and be like, this is interesting. I'm getting lost in
Yeah.
this. There's something about just not understanding what you're looking at that just kind of helps you be like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it makes you interested. It makes you want to get intrigued in
Exactly.
that. It's like, what is this? What is that? I want that.
Okay, so
But
browse.
What are
photos.
you?
Why was
What
it not-
are you?
what are you?
I'm so sorry.
I didn't mean to start. I didn't
You
mean to
gotta add,
start
like,
that.
those
Yeah,
ratty
look
notes,
what
you
you
know?
did.
Yeah, you can't. There's like chants. I don't know. There's something about men doing that. That's a man thing. Cause I don't know. I've never met women that really do that unless they've been integrated into the group. They understand.
I gotta be honest, Aaron. You know how you said that or whatever like annoys you? The sound of punk singers brings me to a level of rage that I cannot fully comprehend. It's primal because it's
point.
like
that's why they want you to go mosh, take
Do
that
you
rage,
have
and go to the mosh pit.
time to listen to me whine? It's like I will strangle you and I will eat your family. Like I don't
The anger.
hold him down, you know. Just come on, sing now.
I felt the anger in that.
Okay.
I think the whole podcast felt that.
I don't know if you heard the mic shaking. I became Corvo a little bit there, Marty. I became
Oh
the
my
character.
god.
I acted it out, bro. I can't stand it. I cannot stand that
I
stuff.
feel you. That happens to me too. So people tell me I'm loud. I'm like, I'm sorry.
It's
Or
fine.
you know who I can't stand, and this is I don't care. Give me all the shade. I don't care. I hate Weezer. I hate Weezer. You fight me to the end, you know.
I can kind of I enjoy Weezer, but I can kind of understand why you would not like.
I like
them
Memories,
because of
but
what you
even
just
past
told
that,
me.
like
My hash pipe.
Bruh.
I do like Weezer's. They are kind of whiny sometimes.
each his own. I think Weezer's more acceptable than Blink 182, but still.
I never listened to Blink 182 specifically because there was a kid in my middle school that was a total douchebag.
Was it?
He always wore a Blink 182 shirt, and I always associated Blink 182 with douchebags from that point forward. And
Well, I mean,
I
you're
just
not
couldn't
wrong.
listen to it.
I like Blink 182 like a little bit.
I want all the smoke.
I don't know
My
enough.
brain was
I
like,
like them.
I got like
I've listened to
Name of
Blink
the-
182.
conditioned.
You
What
can
other
just see
songs
yourself
do
like,
they have?
no, Blink 182 beats. Oh, you're a trash. Oh. Aaron's gonna meet a nice girl. Like, she's gonna be super
that
hot,
really
like super
big
hot,
whale
and super
thing
dope.
Looks awesome.
She's gonna be really
Did you say
cool,
why?
and then she's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I like Blink 182," and then Aaron's gonna be like, "Do
Bro,
I
that,
die?
like,
Do I just walk
bioorganic
away?"
ship?
You.
Who?
I said you. You're gonna meet like a girl
Oh, like if I meet a girl
that's like
that likes
super hot
Blink-182.
and just really cool, and you're really feeling her.
Honestly, I wouldn't.
She's
I'm
like,
gonna be
"Oh,
real with you.
Blink-182."
Unless they have like, I mean, a trash, and I mean just an absolutely disgustingly trash taste in music. To each their own. They can listen to pretty much whatever, as long as there's some overlapping that we have there. That's what I
The
care
song.
about. Now, if I look through your playlist and I don't see certain,
Okay,
certain,
what happens?
certain
What
people,
happens?
certain songs.
Aaron, what happens if like the overlap is with a bunch of other stuff, but if it's music, it's just polar opposites? Like just polar opposites.
Oh man, that'd be
Like you have
damn,
multiple
you better-
overlaps. Like she loves Star Wars, she loves video games, she loves like all the stuff that you like. Except her music taste is literally what you find to be the scum of the earth.
I think that'd
She
be
loves-
okay
she loves
because everything
country
else
music.
balances it out.
Like she just loves country music. Well, no. Aaron likes country a little bit.
Listen, man.
I like
Y'all
certain
deep
kinds of
country.
country music.
Y'all hating
Not
on
all
She likes the
kinds of
worst
country
kind of
music.
countries.
I got a song for you guys. Oh my god, I'm putting this in the chat. I brought the heat last time. I'm gonna bring
Aaron,
it this
how
time.
does she
Alright?
loves?
This song? You gotta
How
listen
she
to
loves
it.
mumble
Grows
rap.
on you.
Oh,
See, Aaron, like mumble rap, like
that hurt me.
Like it'd be so sad. It's like if all these other things are great, it's like I would be so sad to let one thing. But it's like, dang, dude, I like listening to music out loud. And if we don't have anything we can vibe to together on music like taste, it's like, oh no.
This ball.
You gotta trust me. I know what the
I
video
don't
looks
want to
like, but
trust
you. Gotta trust me. Amani,
Okay,
Take a
branches
leap
and
of
the
faith.
Big wet. I'm gonna trust you.
take a leap of faith. Listen, it grows on you. The more you listen to it, I swear to God, I hated this song the first time I heard it. I love
What do you
this song
expect
now.
us to be like right now? Oh my god.
To hate it at first and
This is
then
the
give it another
first
listen.
reaction. What are
and
you
then like it.
expecting? Okay, let's hear this.
He got
I'm gonna give a live reaction.
he got the
I
horse.
feel like I'm gonna have to turn this off like immediately. I'm gonna
You
see
gotta
like
make it at
2.5.
least through like the first like bit of the chorus and lyrics, all right?
That is a really pretty horse, though.
Right?
I fuck with this beat though. Hold up.
Sure
beat
as
is
hell
down.
gonna jump in. Another shot of Cuervo.
Oh my god.
His aesthetic changed very suddenly, and my brain wasn't fully prepared
Yeah.
for it for a second.
It's all right.
Bruh.
You just gotta.
Turn up.
What's on his nose?
A sunscreen.
He just randomly has a black girl?
Is it sunscreen?
That's not what I was expecting for country music, I'm not even gonna lie. Not that black people can't be into country, but I'm just kinda like, wait a
Damn,
minute.
That gap.
Like,
Asian dude.
She got the London look, bro.
She got that. I suck some
I
dick.
fuck with the beat though. I fuck with the beat though, Paul.
alright, the beat's
Not even
cool,
gonna
but this
lie.
lyric is killing me,
Right? Bro,
No,
I'm
I'm not
telling
even
you.
gonna lie. No,
guys,
Amani, hold on, just.
Listen, the more you
Like-
listen to it, that beat takes over. His singing complements it. It's very just like down to earth, soothing. It's a beautiful song. I love this song, man.
I love music.
And then the truck showed up, and now I want to dive into a hole.
Amani, don't
Yeah, that truck is.
just ignore
You know.
that and listen. Just breathe with
Dudes
it.
dudes to get on the back of bulls and ride around on them are absolutely on another level of insanity, bro.
That's true.
Rusted out Chevy.
That's actually a really
Steaks
cool
over
four-wheeler, and I'm not a
charcoal.
huge fan of four-wheelers, but I would like to ride
Oh,
them.
that guy's hurt.
Oh wait, that's a golf cart, my bad. The four-wheeler's the other one.
Oh yeah, those the big like go-kart type
Mhm.
things. Those are nice, dude. Why is he wearing the old Steelers? Is this guy from
No,
Pittsburgh?
he's also wearing a New York Yankees hat,
He's got a Yankee.
Which-
hat. Oh my goodness.
which makes me
I'm
go
not
like,
sure
wait,
what
what?
he is.
I'm so confused by this vibe.
Yeah, this man
It's
just
so
started
weird music
destroying. I
video.
don't get it.
It's a beautiful music video. This is people getting hammered. I feel it.
Look, I will give you credit, Paul. I didn't immediately turn it off when he started singing.
You didn't?
No.
Are you still listening?
Well, yeah.
This beats. I'm
This
listening.
man's teeth.
Smacking.
Oh!
Amani, listen
Oh,
to
she
me.
was.
I
buff
did
as
something
hell.
worse.
Amani, please, do me a favor. Tomorrow, put the song on.
Just
again.
listen
give
to it
one
without
more
the
listen
video.
tomorrow.
I feel it.
Exactly. Even without the video, just give it one
Alright.
more shot. I promise you, the song grows on you. I love this song, especially when I'm hanging out with my friends.
I'm down.
It's actually not bad.
Also, that's
I've
not a
heard
muscular chick. That's a
significantly
guy.
more horrible things in my entire life.
Oh, there it is. She is buff.
She's buff, yeah. So you guys got to her. She's buff. What are y'all's opinions on buff women? We're not gonna get controversial.
I'm okay with it, honestly. Like, if
I'm
they're
a
like
fan.
roid big, I don't like it. But like those really like the gym one.
I'm a
like,
fan of my buff
bodybuilder
women. You're
that,
not wrong. If
do
it's
that
like
professionally,
too
like
big,
Vivi
it's like
Van
okay.
Leeuwen.
Every
chill
time
out.
my brain goes to just
I'm okay
Noi
with it.
from Dodo Heloro, Amani. I just think of Noi from Dodo
And
Heloro.
you immediately like yes.
See, I see death by Snoo Snoo, and I'm just like, I'm alright with that.
Yes.
I am a fan.
That's another thing, man. When I see a really tall like chick, like when I'm at work, I instantly simp. I can't help it. Like I just like I
Instant simp mode
like my
activated.
brain, like even if they're like, and this isn't like I'm not trying to sound like materialistic. Don't anybody hate me on this, but even if they're like just a dumpster fire, I will immediately just start simping because I like tall women, dude. I do. It's a preference.
Oh,
And oddly
okay,
enough,
I
a lot of
see.
tall women like short
them
guys.
short.
It's all a confidence thing.
You know, bro,
You are tall,
you say
so-
that. My mom has a company that she cleans houses, and then when the people that she cleans the houses for, they have like issues with like, oh, my light's gone out or something happened. My dad does like handiwork for literally everything. He fixes anything under the fucking sun.
Oh,
So
wow.
he would go and we do jobs all the time for people that my mom worked for, and then we'd end up just becoming their like they would call us for any sort of problems. You know, it'd be great. But like we had this family where, bro, she was about 6'6", bro.
Bruh.
maybe pushing
Yes.
6'7".
And you was just like yes.
She was tall. She was tall.
My nigga is growling.
Her husband, when I met him, I was mad as fuck. He is 5'10".
My man.
I was
My
like,
man.
bro,
My man.
bro. When first time, one time
Paul's
I was
man.
working in her house, and I heard she was walking
sir.
around their house. Her house has hardwood floors. Okay. Now, people make different sounds depending on your weight and everything. But like the way that she would step, I'm like, yo, that is a man. What is going on? Who's here? You know, because I know it's just her here. And then she would come in and be like, hey, do you want something to drink or something? And I'm like, oh my god, she's so like she was so nice. She was genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever met. I will also say that. Literally, like
It's just
this
yes.
beautiful human being. But she was
Yeah.
just tall, man. And when I met her husband, I was like, there's no way this man goes to town, bro. This man is going
Hey, man.
crazy. Holy crap.
Let me explain something.
Holy
to you
crap.
as
This
a
man is
short
shooting
She can
way
pick him
above.
up. Their wedding
explain
photo
something.
was her picking him up. I was like, oh my god.
My girl.
It awakened.
Let me explain something.
My
Right, size
woman.
is
Something in her hand
proportional
that day.
as a short man to everything except for one area, and that is one thing God graced us with.
Whoa.
All right, that's all I'm saying.
Look, man, it's about the motion in the ocean, you know.
Death by Snoo Snoo,
We'll take it.
make a man go poo poo. No, I don't know what I'm saying.
Go snooze to make a man go poop.
So all my games got
All
deleted
right,
from
let's
Steam.
continue.
Uh,
I got my
yeah,
all
turned
of
on
them.
the weekend.
I'm re-downloading them all right now, but I got to Cyberpunk, and now I'm like, The
What are you doing? Don't touch anything till we're done.
They did have an update
for
that
the
came
big
out. They did
update.
have a big update that came out recently. So
Download the games that we play. So like
I already did
Valheim
that
and
already.
all the
I
monkeys
got
and all
got
that,
I got the Cyberpunk. I'm like,
To the end of
Do
the
I?
stream. in
Devaughn
case
has
it
ridiculously
happens
fast
again,
internet, bro.
it's
Like,
yeah, it is ridiculous. But
Devaughn,
It's
download
probably
Genshin.
Google Fiber. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Join me.
Like, please
What?
don't like run out of space again. Don't run out of space again.
oh yeah.
No. He's fine. This is on his D drive. This isn't on his C drive.
Okay. I was like, bro,
He's downloading
what
it
is wrong with
to
you?
his actual hard
Everything's
drive.
good.
I was kind of.
Remember the
I
issue?
was kind of hoping
The
he
issue was
wasn't
Steam
gonna
was
do
on his
that.
hard drive. I mean, on his C drive.
Admittedly, I was kind of hoping he wasn't gonna do that during the podcast, just in case that happened, because I would be like, no, not again.
No,
But
like Devon's internet's pretty damn.
no, it
fast,
is. I'm
so
just
it
kind of
should
like,
be-
I was like, please wait till after.
I was
He's already-
downloading
he's
1
been doing
gigabyte
it the whole
games in my
time.
like Bloom Tower Defense and fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
He downloaded Bloons and Valheim. That's a total
and
of
fucking
3 gigabytes.
Deep
fine.
Rock.
Trust me.
But then
So it's fine.
Deep Rock.
Yeah, that's
5 gigabytes, Devon. 5.
total of 5.
they're all
What?
Hey,
they're all
like
done.
I said, guys, tomorrow listen to that song again,
Fair enough.
and I promise you it'll grow on.
Oh, it's in my playlist, so I better grow, man. My man.
My man.
I love that line
For
so
those
much.
for those, we need to explain this one just ever so slightly. So,
Oh
We
yeah,
watched this-
we watched the Snyder cut
yes.
together. Yeah.
and Devon got to the point in Justice League where Cyborg catches Aquaman out of the sky.
Aquaman, my man.
See, I forgot about
And
that.
for some reason, Devon
It
latched
was-
onto that line
he's-
so hard.
It's so cool.
The entire movie.
It's just fair.
My man.
I'm gonna be honest. Watching a movie, since we're all in like a party together, it's a little easier to talk to each other because you can have the the movie playing over your like headphones. You know. So like we just kept making the most retarded jokes all the way through the movie. Like, we were like.
Have you seen Spider-Man?
When
We are both the best and
Commissioner
worst
Gordon
people to
shows
watch a
up
movie
and
with.
it's J.K. Simmons. They're like, "Have you seen Spider-Man?"
He like has like a whole bunch of like
Photos
papers.
of
He's like,
Spider-
oh, these are the pictures of Spider.
he shows the papers to Batman, and Squishy just goes, "I need pictures of Spider-Man."
Batman, I need pictures of Spider-Man.
Oh,
And we were like cracking up the entire movie. I felt so bad, but I was like, we weren't like interrupting any of the main important parts. We'll say
But we
that.
would definitely throw
Not
something in
assholes.
just to make like the lighter parts just be like
There was, I don't want to
Hey,
spoil
the
anything for
lulz.
people that haven't seen the Snyder Cut, but there's a few scenes that we were like, we absolutely obliterated and destroyed a scene because we're like, wow, what a useless, pointless scene. Oh my god, wow, this is so dumb. What is going on? Why is this
And
even
then,
What is
and
the
then we
point?
got
and then
shut
once
up.
the scene is over and a reveal happens, it's like, oh.
that had to be the funniest thing to me because I was
We got
silent.
shut up
I was
instantly.
silent the whole time just watching.
The movie backhanded us.
I was silent the whole time just watching it as they like destroyed the scene. And I'm like, it's probably there to set up something really interesting. And they was like, nah, it's trash. Like this is nothing. What is the point? And then the reveal happened. And then it's like everyone's like, okay. Everyone's
Hey, I got I got
Okay.
2 things real quick. First off, Amani, when you're editing this, it's probably going to have an issue with my audio because I just realized like every time like 10, 15, 20 seconds elapse, you guys die out. There's no sound, and then it comes back like y'all never went anywhere. So mine might be a little off. Second off, can I watch a movie with y'all sometime?
Oh, by all means.
Oh yeah, for
It
sure.
costs
We do it all the
$20.
time. We watched
Love to.
Demolition Man.
I'm joking.
Yeah,
Joking,
sure.
Paul.
We watched.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Next
show
time
you
y'all
Demolition
watch the
Man.
movie, shoot me a
Oh,
text or something. and I'll,
Paul, you've seen Demolition Man, right? You've had to have seen the movie. It's a classic.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, he
Right?
showed us
I
it.
showed
here.
Devon it because I'm like, bro, there's no way
We've never
Devon has not
watched,
seen like,
yeah.
the most classic of movies, bro. Like one of the best Sylvester Stallone movies ever made.
Unfortunately, we got the Pizza Hut version.
Oh, don't remind me of that. It
You
gets me
winded
so
it back so
mad.
many times.
Get the Pizza Hut version.
So you watched the movie, right, Paul? I don't remember if we
Yeah.
talked about it before. I think we've talked about it. Did
It's
we talk
been a
about it on
few
the
years,
podcast where I
but-
was on previously. I think
Maybe,
we
but
talked
go
about
ahead.
God, it makes me so mad, bro.
Might
Like
have,
in the
yeah.
original thing, there's like, for people that don't know, by the way, yes, spoilers, but this movie's older than everyone here. Okay, so if you haven't watched it, not my fault. Okay, take it elsewhere.
It's fine. It's old enough. You can say whatever you need to.
This movie's old as hell. So in Demolition Man, the universe basically like the corporate wars happen and only Taco Bell survives. For everyone that doesn't know, right? That's
I forgot
It
about
was
that.
hilarious as a kid because I loved Taco Bell as a kid. I loved Taco Bell as a kid. Only Taco Bell survives, and there's a point where the girl character that's like the side to like the counter to the Sylvester Stallone is like the cops like teaching him everything. She's like, yeah, you know, like the president, basically like the supreme overlord of these people, goes, let's take them to Taco Bell. And the guy is like, what the fuck? Taco Bell? Really? What? They could have taken me somewhere nice. And she's like, no, you don't understand. Like, it's literally the only thing that exists after the corporate war. But in this one, they made it Pizza Hut for some stupid reason, which I don't know why. So it has like a very poorly dubbed Pizza Hut every time they say Taco Bell, and it has very edited Pizza Hut
Aaron.
logos everywhere.
Aaron, talk about the people outside the marching men outside. It's like, wait.
Oh my God, yes! They were like, no way, it says Pizza, because I told them, yeah, this is where Taco Bell happens. And they're like, it says Pizza Hut, Aaron. I'm like, there's no way it says Pizza Hut, man, come on. And I remember, like, I looked at the screen, and I was like, oh, there's absolutely no way. And then when that happened, like, the mariachi people came up, and I'm like, look at that, that's not Pizza Hut.
It's also really
It's
also really stupid because in some scenes you could see the Taco Bell logo in the background.
Yeah, you can
They
see the
just
Taco Bell
didn't
logo
get
in
it out.
colors everywhere.
It's just you're looking at it like that's the Taco Bell logo. There it is right there, and then they're like Pizza Hut.
I don't know why they did it, but it made me mad every time because it's a joke. It's supposed to be a joke throughout the entire movie. So throughout the entire movie, they just say Pizza Hut randomly in the middle of like the weirdly badly dubbed thing, and it's so irritating.
Pizza Hut paid for that.
But yeah, next time y'all are watching a movie, shoot me a text, man. I'd love to join
Yeah.
y'all.
We're probably
like,
gonna watch
usually
Winter
watch
Soldier
Day
later
One,
tonight.
we watch usually
The rest of
shows.
Winter Soldier, not the new movie, not the movie, but the show. Falcon and the Winter
You watching
Soldier
what?
tonight.
Did you watch episode
So
one?
if you want to join us for
Falcon
that.
and Buck.
So does like one of y'all stream it
Yeah.
and the others like join in on the stream?
No, shh.
We all have it. We
all
watch it together.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's my bad. That's okay. The first episode I talked about giving you quote unquote legal sources of ebooks.
What's it called?
It's a legal source.
Paul, did you watch the first episode of Winter Soldier?
No.
I'm sorry, we cannot watch it with you tonight.
And that's also 12, so
Yeah.
I won't be staying
You
up
could
to
join
watch
later.
it. But I will stay up one day and watch it with y'all, or watch something.
Yeah,
with
it's
y'all.
fine. You could join me.
Appreciate that.
So, I got another game that's gonna interest Paul. Actually, it might interest all of you. It's kind of cool looking. It's called Thigh Mesa. Look at this thing. Also, I'm sad because Andre's not here for this one too. He would love this one because he loves the aesthetic.
Bloodborne?
Timesia. Is it Timesia or Thymesia? I feel like
Timesia.
it'd be Timesia.
It's actually Thigh Mesa. I had to go look at it.
I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it.
Is that my bitch Eileen?
Oh.
Is this a game about Eileen the Huntress?
No, calm down.
Not really, I know, but like,
But
it might as well be so
but
far.
Andre loves the aesthetic of Plague Doctors. He loves the aesthetic.
Yeah.
As do I.
No, I don't believe you on it.
This looks like Bloodborne too!
You know,
It's cool
It
looking.
has that feeling.
It has that feeling, but it's a lot
It has a
faster.
soul-
It's more
it
of a
has a
character
soul
action.
I was gonna make that joke, but I said, nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Bloodborne 2?
No, Bloodborne 2.
I'm not joking.
This looks like
man,
Bloodborne 2.
This looks like Bloodborne.
Oh my
no,
god,
this
wait a
is
minute, hold up.
action.
Did you
What?
notice that his name is Corvus?
What?
Yeah.
what's his name?
Oh my god, Paul just got an erection.
The,
The
the
size of his
character's
hand.
name is Corvus.
Oh, Corvus. I thought you said Corvo. I was about to.
Oh, it's not
Corvus is
Corvo.
fine.
Okay, I thought it was Corvo, and I'm
If
like,
it
oh,
was
Paul
Corvo,
just
I
came.
was gonna go
Paul
Corvo
just
for a
came.
second. Listen, all right, Aaron. I
Paul,
don't know
those
if I've
videos
explained
that
to
you sent me, that you would make and you would send me of you going like voice acting as Corvo when you do like crazy things.
Oh, bro,
Those
listen,
I would
listen.
watch
Alright,
those every
so
once in a
when I
while
was
just 'cause of how
playing,
just hilarious they were.
Hold up.
oh, you talking about the one where I'm like, put my ass in the water? What you staring at, blood?
Yeah. Yeah, you're going like crazy. It's
I would
hilarious.
fucking skin you. You have
Bro,
no
this
idea,
looks-
dude.
This looks really cool.
This game is
fighting
dope.
a
It's like
battle.
it has a very like Plague Doctor action
Peggy
game aesthetic.
18.
It's
This
really
looks
cool,
so good,
honestly.
dude.
Go check out
Thank you. for
Thigh
sending
Mesa.
this.
It looks
European
awesome.
spotted.
Timesia, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I have a
Thigh
PC
Mesa.
and it's 2021.
Thigh
So that's the
Mesa.
thing. See, Paul, I'm only going by, because I was looking at it for like the longest, being like, yo, how do you pronounce this? And I just went by like the computer. I was just like, how would you pronounce this? And there, it's like,
I feel
Hypothymia.
like it'd be Timesia, but maybe Thymesia. It'd be or that or
It's
Thymesia.
It's the Messia.
Timesia.
It's got the word
Thymesia,
time in
Thymesia
it, you know?
would be the three
Time,
guesses.
like the seasoning.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Time.
Time, but you know.
Yeah,
But,
but either way,
Oh,
it's a
but-
cool one.
Yes.
Definitely a
Hey,
cool
so-
It's
one.
good. It looks interesting.
I'm gonna put this on my wish list for sure. I'm definitely gonna play
I would
this.
actually play this game.
actually, I'm going on Steam.
Dead
right
ass.
now. There we go.
It'd be a good single player game for you to get into.
Regarding Corvo, I got a thing to tell y'all. So whenever I do it, right, I told you I would comment. And Cyberpunk, unfortunately, because that game has a lot of good first-person combat, I became it so bad when I shut it off. I was literally shaking and looking at my screen. So that was probably not a healthy development.
Paul, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I really enjoyed Cyberpunk.
Same.
I didn't have a lot of the issues.
Oh, I loved it.
The biggest issue I had, Amani was there for it, was at the very beginning of the game. I needed to update my drivers, and I could see all the foliage through the walls, and it looked hilarious.
It was
that
weird,
was
it's you had extra vision on super.
But I didn't run.
No, I wasn't dissing on the game. I was saying
and I was like, dang man, I really feel bad because despite the fact that there's some things that are missing from the game, overall I think the game needs some work. Really, it does, and it needs some things for patches for everything, like bugs and everything.
They made a good
I think the
game.
base story and game of it was actually pretty good. I enjoyed
Oh,
it.
actually really liked Cyberpunk. I wasn't dissing it. I was saying I became
Dude, the
Corvo
races.
with it, you know what I mean?
Did you do the races? I love doing those.
I actually
races,
never messed with the races. That's actually crazy.
I couldn't drive.
See what's happening right
They've had probably the worst experience out of all of us with
game
Cyberpunk.
crash. His game would just crash. He would drive 5 feet. His game would...
Do a race?
Devaughn had the worst experience with Cyberpunk in comparison.
I don't know why, because his PC is better than mine. I have this PC laptop that has been chugging for 4 years, man. This thing is a trooper. This thing, when it finally dies, I'm gonna bury it, bro. It's gonna get a freaking burial. This thing is a monster.
It's gonna get a proper burial. But next up on the list is an interesting one, and I'm kind of glad that I actually have both Paul and Aaron here for this one. Ghost of Tsushima is getting a movie.
Oh yes,
directed by
Chad.
Chadwick. Nope.
Chad Stahelski.
Chad Stahelski, exactly.
John Wick boy.
He's the guy that directed John Wick.
Correct.
He's also the guy that did the stunt coordination for the Matrix movies.
Correct. Which immediately makes me go, yay! Wait a minute.
Makes me go,
See, yes, it makes the two. I know for a fact it would make the two of you lose it.
That's some good news.
But for me, it makes me kind of go wait a minute, why though? I'm looking forward to it, but it makes me kind of go, why though?
They said it.
Sorry, it makes me go why though as well, because it's the game did a really good job of setting up. If they're gonna do another game, they can definitely do that. What are they gonna do with the movie? But let's see what happens, because it could just be a completely its own thing. You know what I mean? It could just be its own thing.
Yeah. What this brings up to me though is it's one of the problems that I find.
Paul, say something.
I still gotta beat the game, so let's not spoil it.
Oh no, don't worry about it. It brings up one problem for me. We're not gonna spoil that game. The game's too new. It's probably a year old now, but I'm not gonna spoil it. It's still new.
Year old in July.
Death happens.
One of the things for death happens. But one of the things for me that I always have kind of a problem with, just slightly, is the idea of video game movies.
Yeah.
A lot of the ones that they try to pick to do are really weird. Like for instance, I never found Uncharted. We're getting an Uncharted movie, and I found Uncharted to be really weird to make a movie of, because both Uncharted and Ghost of Tsushima do their best to imitate films. So when you just make it a film, you kind of lose the magic of the fact that this video game imitates the films.
Here's the real question.
I could see that.
Because here's my thing. Are they going to use the same actors and actresses? Because the actors and actresses literally acted out that first movie. That whole first movie, every CGI cutscene you see, there is a real-life counterpart that they completely acted out.
That's a good question.
Entirely, 100%.
That's actually a great question. I have no idea.
There's pretty much a Ghost of
mocap
Tsushima
suits and
movie
everything.
of the actors that they used to animate. Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of
everything.
I don't know if I want this to inherently have a movie. I'm looking forward to it. It's being done by whoever, the person in charge, Chad himself, is the director of John Wick. I love those movies. It's probably gonna be really good.
You know what they could do?
But I'm just kind of
it's like a reverse of the the Chronicles of Riddick movies.
Oh yeah.
Where there's this little mini tie-in video game, and so there's a tie-in movie into a video game type thing. It could be something like that.
Which I hope it's
because if anybody ever played Escape from Killer's Bay or something like that, I'm trying to remember the DLC. This was years ago. The game on Xbox for Chronicles of Riddick. That game was actually really good.
It was.
And it had a whole story that led into the next game. There's a ton of things that happen there that kind of give you a lead into the next movie. Sorry.
And it was actually kind of cool. But I look forward to this. I hope it's good.
If anything, we're guaranteed that the action is going to be steady.
Yes.
It's going to be solid.
Guaranteed.
The choreography and everything is going to be solid.
It's going to be a good movie as far as fighting goes.
Chad Stahelski also, apart from being already a director now because of John Wick and being a stunt coordinator and everything. He was like a legitimate stunt actor when he was in The
Mhm.
Matrix as well.
He was Neo.
He was Keanu
He was
Reeves'
Neo
stunt
specific, yeah.
coordinator. Do you know that he has the one scene where Neo gets kicked by Agent Smith in the first movie into like the train booth?
Mhm.
That was Chad Stahelski. There was like a bar that he was supposed to miss. There was like, you know, the table part of the booth,
Mhm.
and he fucking smacked the back of his head on that thing when he went through
Oof.
it. It's just, you can see it in the movie. Just,
God.
smacked the back of his head into it. Looks so
It
painful.
does. Also, it's crazy.
Ting.
It actually is kind of funny because it's like he went from like being the stunt double for Keanu Reeves to ultimately being like, "Hey, yo, I want to hire you for this movie that we're doing, where
Yeah.
you get to do your own stunts."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Bet." Keanu's like, "Absolutely."
Keanu already knew by that point before John Wick, he already had a lot of experience doing his own stunts. You know, before that, and then obviously now that he's been training with the Machados, you know, he's gone to Turan Tactical for shooting and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, this dude, like I would not mess with Keanu Reeves on the street. Like if he wanted to really defend himself, he could absolutely smack
No
you.
problem.
And on top of that, he's a pretty tall guy.
For sure.
He's not short.
He's not. He's not short at all. So here's
You know,
here's another sad story we got going on,
like
and an unfortunate one too. So PS3 and PSP stores are finally being shut down,
Damn.
as well
oh yeah.
as Xbox Live no longer being called Xbox Live, but instead Xbox Network for some
Why?
reason.
What? I didn't know about that
Yep.
part. Wait, hold on. They took Xbox Live?
Yeah, Xbox Live.
I haven't
is-
even used it in so long. But hold
Xbox
on.
Live
They
is
took
now
Xbox
being
Live.
known as Xbox Network,
Damn.
which is weird because it's
That
kind
sounds
of.
so professional. Why? That sounds so weird.
And PlayStation 3 and PSP stores are shutting down, which also, by the way, lets you know that one, the PSP Go is now useless. That thing is actually officially useless. And two, it's also running a problem because PS3s have to check on the internet eventually to make sure you have like certain games, stuff like that, which means anybody that had digital
Oh,
PS3
shoot.
games, they're just gonna be gone eventually.
Damn, so my copy of Demon Souls and a couple other things are going to be gone. That sucks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. I'm like, I have some really cool games
I'm
on
glad
there.
I got some very legal emulators on my PC so that I don't have to worry about that.
Look, man, if you're gonna shut down the whole store, I'm not even. Look, the internet will help us preserve these games.
It's actually crazy
But
because I
that
would have
sucks.
expected them to keep the PS3 running for longer. Like PlayStation they've always been like a company that endures the console as long as they can.
Mm. And I find it weird because like a lot of other countries still have PS3s, like they just haven't been able to go to 4s. Like I wouldn't say, I'm pretty sure Brazil is still on PS3s because I know for a while they were making PS2 copies of things until 2015. I want to say 2015 they were still making PS2 copies of things to sell to specific areas. It's wild, but
Yeah.
Well, speaking
I think it
of
was
Riddick,
up until
I think I'm gonna
2015
buy
they were still making PS2.
the Riddick collection.
The Blu-ray, they're pretty good, man.
But if you have a
They're
physical
a-
copy,
They're
it's still
on a
safe.
weird. Have you seen it? Have you seen all of them?
I've seen the first one and I've seen the third one and I
You seen
started
Pitch
the
Black.
second one.
You saw Pitch Black and then you just saw Riddick. Then, right?
Yeah, I saw pieces
Okay.
of the second one and I was like, "Good God, this
There's
one
an
on a
animated.
cheesy
There's an
way."
animated intermediary movie that's in between the first and the second one.
Is it good?
Yes, it's actually really
Gotcha.
well animated. It's very
Ooh.
good. It has Vin Diesel. It all has all the original actors just replaying their same exact roles. It's just like a 20-minute like short movie. It's animated.
Gotcha.
It's actually a pretty good one. Like it's one of the good ones. Riddick has a lot of potential. It's just a really strange movie series.
I still
feel
want to
that.
see like the final movie where we go to what's it, Fury or whatever.
Furia, yeah.
Furia, that's it.
But,
Furians are basically like angry.
God, what a badass movie that would be.
they're basically just
'Cause, like-
Mandalorians.
Mandalorians.
But yeah, it's really kind of sucks. It's bye bye to PS3 and PSP
Yeah,
games.
I was expecting the PS3 to last longer. That's upsetting.
It also sucks because those games are really going to be lost forever. In a lot of cases, like I'm
Yes.
hoping that the internet can find a way to truly emulate PS3 games because they have been struggling with that. But there's no real way to
I think
preserve
it's mostly
PS3 games
there.
because they made the system so weird. They don't emulate very well. It's the weird part about it. So it's
When they made the remaster for
You know what I
fucking,
really hope one day?
for Last of Us, they were like, "Yo, we just gotta kind of remake this game a little bit for certain parts because we just can't. We can't recode it."
Dude, I really hope that I really hope that somewhere along the line there's like an initiative of like on all sides for people to like restore games. Like you don't even got to get them like beefed up. Just like bring back some old games and let people buy it. Because they kind of started that with the PS4. You remember we could buy some PS2 games, but then they like half-assed it. And, like,
there should just be but like there's still gonna
there.
be so many missing though. But I feel you. There definitely should just be the.
You know what I mean? Like I want to see games last. I don't want them to disappear.
Just bring them back. Like just bring them up, get them to run on other things, and just or be able to emulate them in some way. But like Sony has to try to make that move. I know that there are like official like archiving sources out there that try to like archive all of video games because it'd be a shame. Like the PS3 has like a huge library at this point.
Was it the Xenosaga games, for example, right? So like Xenosaga 1 has the most copies. To get an actual like disc to buy, it's like $200, right? Xenosaga 2, even rare. Xenosaga 3, because they weren't selling that well, they kind of just printed as many as they could, with whatever budget, and that game was the best of the trilogy, right? To buy like one disc, I think it was like $350, $400, right? It should not be this hard to find old games.
It shouldn't.
And shit, and I shouldn't have to get an illegal source to do it. I should be able to just find it somewhere on a server that I can pay for. I don't know.
Or at the very
call
least,
it the collective, and it's all retro.
Print out old games. I feel you. I feel like something that allows you to just print out old games. Just be like, hey, yo, we made this version of a bunch of old, like a bunch of them. Like we're reselling them, we're putting them back out in the market. Grab them while you can.
Think about like how much like gaming has given to people, right? And think about all those old games. And yeah, you move on, but like sometimes it's good to go back. And what happens when those games are missing? That's why I quit buying games on my PS4. Is like I know in 10, 12 years, like it's not going to matter. All those games are going to be gone. Whereas like if I get a game on Steam,
I go back and play Spider-Man 1 on my PS1 like every year. And so it's like it's one of those things where it's like I'd like to be able to go back and play these games even if I got them digitally or something like that. So it's like I need that. It makes me kind of go like I know I have a PC copy of Skullgirls, but I need a physical copy of Skullgirls before I lose that game. I'd be so upset. Same with
know what
Marvel
else kind of
you love that game.
I love Skullgirls, man.
You know what else kind of makes me like almost sad but hopeful for the future is we see a lot of these like indie games coming out and they only release when they're ready, right? But your big games that get dumbed down, pieces cut out and stuff so they can fit, the quota and get it released. But imagine if like there was a surge and a push across the board to where they just let the developers take their time, so games go from like a 2-year development window to like a 3 or 4 year. Bro, games would not only improve in quality, we would get some really amazing ideas that would be actually implemented. I don't know, man. I
agree though.
Now I'm getting a little melancholy with gaming. But
all right, so let's cheer you up with some movie stuff. Yo, Suicide Squad got a new trailer. It's a Red Band trailer. Let's look.
Oh yes.
Yes. You mean
the whole to watch
movie?
this?
What are we? Some sort of Suicide Squad? If you want to avoid spoilers, it's
Jesus.
I don't think it's actually the whole movie. I went back and looked, and I don't think it's as much as you guys.
As always, the new trailers nowadays just are so unnecessarily
it's like all the jokes in the movie. It's in the trailer.
Bro, this is a James
Gunn. There'll be no other jokes in the movie.
I feel you, but this is James Gunn.
I hope so.
And this is the same dude that did Guardians.
I do like the new feeling of the movie, though.
I like it.
Oh
too.
Yeah, it's way better than the old one. It's way better.
The feeling of the movie is
and they have my guy John Cena, so I love it. And Pete Davidson and Idris Elba. That's 3 people I love.
Exactly.
Takeshi Kovacs is back.
Another person on the holy shit.
Them all in it looks good, man. It genuinely
his
looks fun.
His name isn't actually Takeshi Kovacs.
Suicide Squad looks like a great dark humor thing. It's just
Margot
fun.
Robbie, I love her too.
Bro, it looks like a James Gunn movie.
She's pretty
It
good.
reminds me of Guardians.
She's a really good Harley Quinn. I'm actually like amazed. She brought Harley Quinn to life so well.
Her and Will Smith were the shining stars of that first one.
For sure.
Damn. Is this
like,
Sylvester Stallone the shark guy?
Yes, apparently.
Yes.
I was like, bro.
His voices.
They went out of the way. I think they specifically I think James Gunn has a thing for casting very pronounced super action movie stars as like things that don't say much. Because he did the same thing with Vin Diesel as Groot, and now he's doing it with Sylvester Stallone as King Shark. And King Shark's not saying much in this movie.
I'm really happy that King Shark is like here though.
Hand.
Exactly. It's just like hand. Yes, that is your hand.
Bro, okay,
Like,
see.
okay.
This is actually how Harley Quinn should be. My God, it actually works here. It's not like that movie that came out last year. whatever.
I still haven't watched.
Anybody that doesn't think Sylvester Stallone would do something like this needs to watch Spy Kids 3.
For imprisoning me.
Remember when George Clooney did a really bad imitation of Sylvester Stallone, then he morphed into Sylvester Stallone?
Oof.
God, that movie was an ass.
I need to rewatch Spy Kids. Like all of them.
Just because. I was like, I need to go back and watch that again.
I love
He's
those.
like, but this looks good. It's got the good feeling. It makes you happy.
Mm.
John Cena wearing that stupid outfit
Stupid
makes me laugh.
Peacemaker outfit.
Very happy.
Can't wait to see it. Looks good. They're
Definitely.
actually doing cool things.
Oh,
So
really?
check this, Devaughn. This is gonna make you kind of do a backflip, and this is gonna make everyone else groan.
What do you mean?
So,
I really hope this is good.
Backflip.
no, I didn't say. Yeah, Devaughn, you'll understand. You'll die laughing. It's fine.
Suicide
So,
I'm scared.
so
What?
fucking good, dude.
there's a Batman comic with Fortnite now.
Backflips. I do Fortnite dance.
Alright, I'm leaving. No.
It's called Batman 0 Point or Batman Fortnite, and
I win, Aaron. Fortnite.
August 6th. Bro, I want to watch Suicide Squad.
Bro, Amani, you actually are right what you said. I was so,
I know what I said.
I was
I know.
I was so confused. Like, what is this? What can it be? Aaron in the background. Oh my god, this is the shit. Oh no.
The sad
Aaron,
part
you
is I
want
did
him
it
to
and I
sing it?
started groaning with Aaron. I'm like,
Aaron, for your soul.
I put my
I'll sing it.
hand.
Where are you?
I put my hands up, singing my song. This is my.
Like,
Why?
okay.
Batman was already in Fortnite. He was already in Fortnite like a year ago.
I know, but now he's getting a comic, and this is already too much.
They actually made Tilted Tower Gotham City.
It's so good. Oh man, sorry, I just had a mental breakdown. I'm sorry.
That's Aaron went on a killing spree just because of this.
I can't.
I can't believe that they're actually
deal.
an official Fortnite comic.
Two people that love Batman the most, Aaron and Paul.
It just hurts me.
And then
So,
just
like,
in
it's
Fortnite.
like it's like, you know what? Whatever. But at the same time, like.
Aaron, this is so crazy.
This is Aaron's one bad day, bro.
I'm
Wow.
This is it. This is the
That's
one
hilarious.
bad day.
Oh,
I did like 3 backflips, Amani. You
It's
didn't say it
amazing.
right. I did 3 backflips.
My bad. I'll correct it. Devaughn will do 3 backflips. You'll be so happy. You'll be giddy with joy as the rest of us die inside.
I'm like doing like the dabs over and over.
Paul, how you feeling about it? I didn't even hear you groan. I heard nothing.
Paul
It's
just
like Paul-
killed himself.
He just died.
I think Paul might have just gone to tie the noose or something. I don't know what happened to Paul.
Paul was like,
Oh
nope.
man.
He just walked away. Like,
Oh.
nope. Forget this podcast.
Done. Walked away.
Well, you know, there's also a bunch of other comic books coming out, like Red Hood Outlaw,
Yeah.
Not Fortnite.
Batman Curse of the White Knight 1.
Amani, why'd you say this for me?
Bro, I saved this. I saved this for everybody.
No, that's what.
Batman one.
Where did Paul go though? What happened to Paul? Is
told
Paul
I
good?
think he.
thought
I
was-
think it
Yeah, I'm
actually
good.
killed
I
him, bro.
I
I'm not-
almost
Oh, okay,
died
no, there he is. There he is.
with the idea of Fortnite and Batman. That, and I was watching another
So
song by Branches and Bill Wet about
You
beer,
know.
and I just don't like this one.
Man had to distract himself from the set.
I did,
Oh,
bro. Why
man.
would you bring Fortnite and Batman
Poggers.
together?
Batman bet in Fortnite a long time ago.
Poggers!
It says Fortnite right
Shut up,
above the
Devaughn.
bat symbol too.
Oh.
Shut up,
Non-
Devaughn.
Poggers.
Poggers. I'll drown you with poggers.
Poggers. Devon and I we thought of that'd be such a terrifying villain. You know what I mean? Just
What a poggers?
they pop out of anywhere and they just poggers, and you're like, oh god, oh dear fucking god, he's
Imagine
close.
the Chuck E.
No,
Cheese
why,
mouse.
why?
It's like,
It's this Chuck E.
Poggers.
Cheese. Have you all seen that video of the Chuck E. Cheese streamer just looking at the screen and just going poggers, and then looking back at the game? It most horrifying thing I've ever witnessed, bro. It was a cry for help, I swear.
He died a little bit inside that day. He needs assistance. It's just a cry.
Dave, Amani, do you have any good news so that I can get rid of the Fortnite Batman?
Nope. That's what we're ending it on. Just keep that in your soul.
That's what we're ending it on?
Yeah. That was the latest news that came out today. I happened to look down and was like, bruh.
Sadness. Well,
that brings up us to our current news.
I'm glad you're gonna have something fun to read, Devaughn. Go read that.
Look, you know what? I got you. Maybe I'll find something.
Wait, Amani,
I'll just go look.
can I tell a story?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah,
I got the story of Wade. It's a short story. So,
Okay.
you know, Paul, you know Valheim, right? It was fun getting through all 11. So me and Wade decided to get on it. I'm playing, I'm running around, just getting iron and tin and stuff. He decides, I'm just going to walk into the cold. And he kept on walking straight. And then he died. And then he was like, oh no, I lost my stuff. They won't help me. I'm like, but why'd you go in the cold? He's like, I just wanted to go. And I'm like sitting there like, why? Why'd you, he just, like, as soon as he joined the game, he just walked straight to the cold.
Bruh.
He just ignored the big
Like,
symbol that's like you're
he's
freezing.
dying.
You're dying.
You're dying.
Run out of here. Get to the warmth.
Took him
And
days to get his stuff back.
he just now got it back today.
Yeah.
He
He had to
got back
eat
today.
special
Yeah,
food.
That happened actually like 2 days ago. Yeah. Wow. Two real life days.
I've never
to
seen a
get it
man
back.
struggle so hard.
He's the
Struggled
best.
so hard
He's
to
the
fight.
best gamer in the group. No cap.
Who is?
He was like, he really tried.
Wait. No. Nah. Shut up.
It's just
Like, no, nothing personal. If he ever sees it, I just, he dies a lot in games, and that's okay. Not everyone.
Is this gonna be
is-
put,
Not
like,
everyone's
in the after
perfect.
credits? Is this gonna be put like in the after credits?
no.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if Wade sees this or not. If this blows up, I'll be like, it's a fact.
I didn't change anything
It
about
made
the
me laugh
story.
because I don't think you guys understand. You people. I don't think you guys understand. Like if y'all haven't played Valheim that much,
What did you mean by
resources
that?
resources are scarce as hell. Like there was a bronze. He lost a full bronze armor.
Yeah.
set.
Yeah, you guys gave him a bronze armor set. And he
Yes.
went off and lost it.
That is 30 plus 50. So 30 plus 20, 50 plus another 20, 70 plus another. Yeah, so 70 armor, 70 bronze, and then like a couple hundred pieces of leather scraps, some deer hide,
lost to the wilderness.
gone in the wilderness.
He got it back though.
I don't know, smelting takes so long and it's such a
Mhm.
monotonous job. You just have to sit there putting coal into the smelter and putting the freaking ore in there.
I think the funniest thing is that
and it's just,
David had to help him for like 2 days to get his stuff back.
Mm-hmm.
You were helping him for 2 days, right?
Yeah, he did yesterday and today. So I was like, okay.
it was a 2-day ordeal of them trying to get it back. Because I remember I joined the party and Devaughn was kind of upset at something. I don't know what had happened. It was like, and I'm like, hey, what's up, Devaughn? It's like, Wade just died. And I'm like, oh no, that's unfortunate. And I'm like, what happened? And Wade's just like, I got froze to death. And I'm like, oh, how did he freeze? I literally asked, how did you freeze to death? He goes, I didn't know. And I was like, bruh.
It tells you in big letters, bro.
And,
You're cold.
and then as soon as Wade left, Devaughn just goes, bro, he lost an entire thing of an entire bronze set of armor. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. That's so many hours of work.
Oh,
we have to get
Wait,
that back.
Aaron,
There's no
just
choice.
correct me. That was his work. That was his copper that he used. He didn't.
Yeah, I know, but still, that's so much
Yeah, he
work.
almost lost it forever.
Like he almost lost that forever. And starting over in Valheim is you can do it, but it's like
I was
bro.
tempted
Why
just
would
to
you
give him
want to?
stuff. Like I was so tempted. I felt so bad for him.
And then he was talking about, no, but the challenge.
I would have given
But
him
it's
like some
fun.
leather stuff. Like, hey, take this troll hide armor, get the hell back out there. and
Amani,
get your
what?
stuff.
Oh no, because you mentioned the whole thing about the challenge and like you have to be able to get it back, and you're like, I could just give you the stuff right now.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep throwing yourself against and dying and
Yeah.
throwing yourself and dying.
Mhm.
He was like, no.
And knowing Wade, he'd probably die in like the worst possible spot ever.
Yeah. I was even gonna go up there to check because I was gonna die. What? I would have stupid if I did that. Oh.
Because there's like big scary things in the woods. Big scary.
Like werewolves.
Large. There do be werewolves in Valheim. Yeah.
I think Logan tamed that first wolf, so we're doing pretty good in our world.
Nice. You just need another one that you can start breeding. And then you just kind of take a few of them into the woods, and you just, tell them to look at the roses, and just
bye bye.
And then everybody has wolf armor, and we can freely travel through.
I want to see the roses.
Y'all, you know what you need though, Devaughn? You need to get that hog farm going because they consume a lot of meat, bro. You have to have meat in there constantly.
Jesus, well, let me go get the meat,
dude.
Because that's how they get tame.
I don't know why I imagined this when you said the roses, but I imagine y'all sending Wade out to look at the roses and grab them, and y'all all draw weapons behind him and put him down like a dog.
Like Red Dead Redemption style. He just goes to he's all draw weapons.
Look at the roses and don't look back.
Ha! Just look at the roses.
Look at the roses. They're beautiful, right? I'm sorry. What?
It's like what's it? Flowers for Algernon.
But that's gonna do it for the show this time, guys. We're gonna leave you guys on that one. That's just great.
Sorry about that, guys.
Everybody, it was. We just started talking. That was a lot of just nothing there. But
it's perfect.
Everybody have a great week.
I'll see you guys eventually. I'll plan to be back.
We'll be here again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'll definitely.
Yay! I was a good boy.
Alright. But
y'all have a good one.
Adios to everybody. Be sure to check out the Twitter. You can see all the stuff that we talked about there. It'll act like a second screen / glossary for us, actually. That's how I'm going to start treating our Twitter. I'm going to start working on our Instagram as well. We are also now on Audible and Amazon Music, so we're expanding.
Big ups.
We're getting out there. But for sure, email us if you guys have any questions at paperplayaction@gmail.com, and the Twitter itself is paper_action. So by all means, guys, go check us out there, follow it, like it, do whatever you need to do. We'll try to get onto other places. I'll work on getting an Instagram because I know a lot of people out there also kind of want an Instagram for it as well. So I'll try to get that out there as well, so you guys can check that out. But that'll do it for this time. So we'll see you guys next time. Paper Play Action.